And I hope we are live. Let's see. Awesome. Let's see if we are. I can hear myself. Oh no, I'm not talking. I'm trying to watch myself not talk. Now I'm just talking. Lorem ipsum exum blobsum libsum blibsum. Oh no, I'm not talking. I'm trying to watch myself. Okay, sweet. So I'm coming through on YouTube, although I'm not getting much bandwidth on my TV, but that's fine. I'm hoping it's going better. Which one's that? Knoppers? Oh yeah, and I don't use any of the 7TV or BTTV yet. I just don't really understand how it works yet. I don't think properly. But welcome if you're coming in from LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube. I'm Duct Tape DevOps. You can call me Nick. I'm streaming on Twitch mainly. Twitch is where I always stay. I kind of consider Twitch dev. So being a platform architect, this is where I practice and where I talk to my community. YouTube, I get on mainly for long form content. I consider that like QA, but really it's more for archiving. It's so that there is a list of my lives, because Twitch removes your live videos after 2 months. And so my backlog's gone. So whenever I want people to be able to go learn what I've done before, and maybe even cut it into more educational material myself or with somebody else, I plan to build an AI version of that. YouTube's kind of for that. Facebook, good to see you guys. I've got 1,000 friends on Facebook, and those are people that I've met. So there's a different audience there, and I want you all to get to see what I'm doing. I love that. And get to meet my community, right? I keep my Twitch chat up, and I'll keep it somewhere that we can actually see that there is a Twitch community that's playing along and messing with the bots, and you can too. And I encourage you to come over to Twitch and do that from all of these locations. Twitch is where I interact. Everything else is asynchronous, and the stats kind of show that so far. So I'm going to maintain that. Dog with glasses is here. He wanted to 2-stongs it. And then LinkedIn is broad. So I think LinkedIn Live gives me an opportunity to really talk to my peers and people that, for instance, I haven't connected with in a couple of years. It's great to see you guys. I see the likes. I see the. I don't get many comments on LinkedIn Live yet, but that's fine. I get the likes from you guys. I know you're watching. Occasionally, I actually do see so-and-so's check your profile. I appreciate that. It's good to see you again. I should check your profile and be less nervous about that. It's always weird. You're like, oh, they're going to know I looked at their profile. Who fucking cares? Go talk to your friends. Go check up on them. Go see what they're doing. If any of you are streaming on LinkedIn Live, Twitch, YouTube, any of the above, and I don't follow you, let me know. I want to follow you. I want to interact. I want to get to know all of you. I think I follow everybody that streams in my chat. If I don't, same goes for you guys. I don't know why I don't follow Poopsie Doodle. Do you stream? Poopsie Doodle? But that's because we're building a community. I'm a big open source advocate, and I've done that professionally, as well as now I am a founder of an organization that builds things in an open source manner. Therefore, I am an open source advocate for myself and my own company and my own organization and my own community. But my community is all of it. Open tofu. I'm an advocate for open tofu. They don't pay me. They don't give me that label, but I am. I can be. We were talking about you hijacking the upload bandwidth. Also, this is Brian Sturro, and when it becomes not Brian Sturro, I need to change it, because he has given me a chance to play his music. I will shout him out here in a second. He's great. By the way, if any game devs are hanging out and you want to work with him, he would love to score games, and I've got a feeling he'd do it for free. Just the opportunity to make new music. He makes improv music on his stream all the time. He's made songs with me. I think I have the blurb anymore. But for instance, there's another friend that would score music for a game in a second. He made this when I went in Nest. We were just having fun. He was making a song out of that I said, "Give me your knowledge," because he was such a great producer. And Sturo did the same thing. I went in and he did a duck, and he was going by Heartbeat Sensei, I think at the time, Heartbeat something, and he made a song of Duck and Heartbeat, and it was really cute. And so I had that on my blurbs for a little while. I might put that back up now to play his music more. But so I'll be playing his music as he releases more of it. I've got a couple of friends I try to showcase on here while I work. Why not? Kitty in the shot again. That's what matters. That's what people are here for. Hand camp's just a bonus. Oof, why's my foot hurt? Why's my heel hurt, Kitty? That's weird. All right, so today, plan was to get into, what did I put in the title? I think I explained what I wanted right in the title. I want to do GitHub, right? I want to do some GitHub stuff today. It's a little high. But are we going to lose her if I get too low? Hey. It's a little high. My wrist has been messed up recently, so I'm really worried about, now that I'm streaming basically all day, every day, my ergonomics matter a little bit more. It's funny, I was in a chat last night. Java Grunt did a long stream last night. Another great industry professional that really is a great person to go watch stream. We'll shout him out here in a bit. What was I looking for? Oh, I want to look at my Facebook chat feed. I have to go find, which kind of sucks. My Facebook. And then I need to mute myself. And plug it in here. I need it. Bring this back on. Shout out who we were just talking about. Java Growers. Chill. Chill. Ma'am. Oh, okay. Got a little bit. Those back ones, man. Those back claws are something. Java Grunt's another great follow, industry professional that is just on top of it and really here for just like open office hours, just to educate people, to ask questions. That's what I'm here for. Ask questions. We'll go down routes to a point. Once I've explained why NeoVim's not useful to you about 5 times, I'm going to stop explaining it. But that's about the extent of what you can ask about. The only thing you can't ask about is what's already in the description. I'll re-explain NeoVim to somebody sometime. We'll get around to that. All right. I didn't need Google Forms. Beat Code was somebody I followed earlier today because I found them in a DJ chat, I think. We are going to the motherfucking moon. All right, let's go to GitHub. That's where we need to go because I wanted to work on a couple of things on my GitHub. One, I think I need to clean it out. So I need to fix this. There's a couple things not as good as I want on this. This isn't mine entirely. I forked this. I changed a couple of things. I haven't totally hacked this into mine, and I need to do that. So is that what we're working on today? Do I do that before? I wanted to do GitHub pages at some point as well. But I think that's just beautiful. Use, study, share, improve. Use the code, study it, learn from it, let it be educational, and then share what you've learned about it, and then improve it and leave it better than you found it, right? That should be really everything that we do. We should do those things. I didn't write this. This is This is Trinid, but I think it's genius. I think that is something I've been trying to explain in different ways. Uh, that's a beautiful use of just those four words to explain how open source should work and really why I'm streaming. I am streaming as an extension of my love for open source. I'm open sourcing my knowledge, my work, and my learning as well from chat, for instance. You guys teach me stuff every freaking day, and I love it. The best example that you'll see is every day I type in just start, just run, just rebuild. That was from FaceNet, who I met through chat, who I met through another streamer that's a mutual friend of ours that was a public speaker. And he and I compared notes, and he likes to try to prove that he's smarter than me, and I like to tell him he's not, and he really is. But I never admit that. It's like dog thinks he's good at Tetris, but I beat him every time I've played him ever. Literally never lost a game to that guy in Tetris, and he does it on stream. How embarrassing is that? Thanks, Matisse. We were playing Battle Tetris, and I don't really even understand how Battle Tetris works. But my understanding is that I think Wolfman Julian. Oh shit! Speaking of people that I met, how have you been, man? Haven't seen you in forever. You're like Michigan or something like that, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, but Wolfman, as I remember, is somebody that I met at All Things Open at an after party, uh, and streams games. I have to go watch this whole thing. I don't know why I'm just sitting here wiping out crud. That's go watch that. Oh, nice. Would you grab beer? I'm starting a meetup. But I'm out in Five. Are you in Raleigh area? I'm in Five Points. But I'm actually going to start a meetup at a bar, Crafty, here in town. I've got the card. I'm supposed to call today. I'll probably call tomorrow. I got to clear it with my musician. We got a musician that's going to play for us after the meetup. My friend Carrie Long. But hey, good to see you again. Welcome back to NC. Welcome back to the chat. I'm gonna go get a cleaner cup and not use this again until I wash it. Okay, yeah. So if you ever come in this way, you're not down in the Pines, are you? I'm from that area. I'm from Moore County. I've been anywhere an hour outside of Raleigh, except for north. I've pretty much lived in some capacity. But you don't need to give too much of your information away on stream. Oh, I just tapped that. But yeah, I'm from Moore County. I went to Pinecrest, so you're down in the Pines. That's funny, and I'd love to. I actually might be going down there soon. A buddy of mine's got a show down there, and I'm always looking for excuses to go see old friends down there. I'm gonna go grab better water because this is a terrible decision. But you guys can watch my GitHub, I guess. And Kitty. Oh, where's my shit? There we go. Oh, I didn't mean to turn the cameras off. What cameras? There we go. All right. Standing desk never lasts as long as it should. So, yeah, Wolfman, are you still streaming? I'm just gonna look at your page. Oh, we can make you emotes, by the way. So I make emotes now with my bot. There we go. I gotta figure out a little bit. I gotta clear out under my desk a little more, so this is better process. But good enough for now. It's not a big enough pain point for me to fix yet. These things. It's always funny when I go away from stream, more people show up. That really is telling. Sure. We'll move. I'm sure there's other things that, moves never moves aren't typically a whim. Typically something's going on that calls the move, whether it's pulling you there or pushing you from there. Something usually does. Usually that is busy. All right. Okay, music stopped because we ended his playlist. So we're gonna. I'd love to play a little Carrie actually today, but Kitty, are you just gonna keep whatever you're doing here? Today we're just gonna play the Twitch EDM playlist that I know is legal. And oh no, Kitty hit stop. We're still on Brian. Kitty, did you hit the pause button on Brian? You little monster, you. Good. Neighbors doing some work outside. I keep hearing noises. And hey, are you good? What's up? All right, hold my hand for a little bit here. I got to do. Oh yeah, let's make an emote. Are you? Oh, you don't really have an ideal one. Let's see what happens. I'm curious though. We'll do this first. We'll do replicate. Oh, why did I try to do at Ductronaut? Replicate at Wolfman Julian. And what that does, especially for those of you that are newer to the stream, I'll walk you through the code here real quick. It's not long. So Twitch bot, what's wrong? I typed something in that I didn't type in. Kitty typed in some code. This is why I do version control, is because I have a cat. All right. So Twitch bot is running, where I run replicate. So let's go to replicate. I think I need to get quote replicate. Yeah, so replicate. This code does image to text. It does clip. So it's clip interrogate in order to look at Julian's PP. So at Ductro PP at Wolfman Julian. We'll look at his PP here in a minute. But it uses what's called clip interrogate, which is built by OpenAI in order to derive a prompt from an image for image classification in training AI models. We then take that clip interrogation response and we pass it into text to image, which is running Stable Diffusion XL, SDXL. And that is Stable Diffusion's Stability AI's diffusion model that creates images like these from prompts. So we are pipelining the prompt image to text to image. And we can add things to that. We use Blip to do that. But there are a couple of things about that pipeline that doesn't work well with Emotes like his, which is interesting. We might be able to figure that out here a bit. But let's let Ductronaut work, because Ductronaut is single-threaded and slow. I am now going to work my way out of that. So that's the pain point that I gave myself. And my job now is to get myself out of that pain point. So now I have to finish my AWS infrastructure for batch jobs on GPUs such that I can run these models from Hugging Face without using replicate in order to control the speed on my end of the inferencing on the GPU rather than allowing replicate's inferior architecture dictate that. have another microphone I can drop. There's a mic cord drop. Significantly, I'm going to keep that mic cord. That's so much better than trying to drop a microphone. I really just need to hook this microphone at some point. It's a much better. It's so like all these audio issues I have an audio interface that's fucking sick, and I could mixer and control everything, every pain point that we keep having on this stream. I could fucking solve right here, and I'm so fucking lazy. Yeah. I got to get around to getting, I might do this, like whenever I raid out tonight, I may work on this part because, yeah, we are starting to find, that's a good place to be though, right? If we're at the place where we're nitpicking things like, and please keep nitpicking. I think Poopsie Doodle talked earlier about that he liked they liked the boon up here better than over there. Great, thank you. I need to know, I want that feedback. That's why I'm doing all of this. Things like you guys have bitched about the audio a number of times. I agree but that we're at that pain point and we're talking about nitpicking of audio. Oh, TTS is too low. If we're at the point where TTS is too low, and TTS is a feature, not a, you don't need TTS to enjoy this the way you do other streams. It's in fact something that is increasing your enjoyment of stream. So if you're already nitpicking that, we're in a good place. And so I do need to now do things like this because now we need to fix the minor things to make this into a better long-term channel, I guess is the word for this. Yeah, I'd love to, man. Yeah, if you, I don't mean this as a way to, well, fucking streamer do this. If you want to hit me up on Discord, async as fuck. Sorry, rather single threaded as fuck. I need to build it into async. I have so many things I need to work on, but I've got time. I am so we haven't talked in a while, Wolfman. I've been in founder mode for a year now. Last time you saw me, I was working for OpenZD, I believe. Or did you meet me when I was working with? No, it was All Things Open. That would have been OpenZD. And I left OpenZD last February 1st. I'm coming up on actually, we may be on the anniversary of me getting fired by OpenZD and really starting my entrepreneurship. And I'm a year in and I'm alive. I've had 2 contracts around AI and ML platform architecture. And that's pretty good for year 1. They didn't gap the whole year. I lost a fuck ton of money. But at the end of the year, I made enough money that I'm floating a couple more months now before I have to pull another contract and I can work on stuff like this. So it's been a really interesting journey. Sold the sports car, missed a mortgage on the house at one point. But right now I got about 4 months of fucking around and finding out before I have to go back to another contract. I've had a couple of offers for contracts, and please do keep them coming. I'm, to LinkedIn, I am employable in the sense as a consultant. I take 1099 contracts through Duct Tape DevOps LLC, which is my consultancy. I've done 2 so far. I can give you references on those. Specifically, Mass Driver is the one that I had a good engagement with. I don't think my engagement with Blockade Labs was as positive as I wish it was. Blockade Labs was a very good engagement. It had to end early based on funding and Series A and how startups work, but it was intended that way. We built the contract to terminate, and so that worked out. So when I say I got fired by Mass Driver, I'm kind of joking. They terminated me, yes, they terminated the contract, but they originally tried to offer me 3 months. I talked them into 4. They originally didn't want to hire anybody. I talked them into 1099 over employee because it's easier to terminate. So when I was terminated, it was expected. They were changing the position. They were working on their Series A. There are a lot of reasons that, they're changing a lot of the direction of what they're doing. I think and I hope that Michael, who was my counterpart in that position there and was an employee while I was a 1099, right? There were 2 of us. They changed that position into, and I don't know what it is because I don't work there anymore, but my understanding is that it's going to be closer to DevRel. And that's what you should be doing at a company like that. You should be working more on, so the position was cloud solution architect. I meant we were building cloud solution architectures for customers. What they should be doing, and what I think they're doing, is they are instead hiring consultants to go do cloud solution architecting, and they've offered me. They've already given my name out to people, so they're trying to build partnerships with consultancies, and if they can do that, they can then treat Michael as DevRel or partnership partnership relations tech advocate. Awesome, thank you, bud. I'll Discord fucks everything up when I open it up, so I don't even get on now, and I don't like to do that during stream, but I'll definitely hit you up. It's good to see you again. Oh shit, that's you on LinkedIn. Nice, and I appreciate you did that on LinkedIn, because what's interesting about that is that on LinkedIn. So let's look at that for a second, because I know a lot of people that watch me are either streamers or on their way to being streamers, or should be on their way to being streamers. And I think that's really just everybody, in my opinion. Even if you do it without a mic, without a camera, see what it feels like. Code on stream, especially if you're doing open source. So on my stream right now, who was that, by the way? I'm going to get on LinkedIn a lot on my stream, by the way. I think that that's not done enough. I see people get on Twitter on their stream, but like everybody I've ever worked with is on LinkedIn, and I connected with them on LinkedIn. So see, this is, I don't actually remember this guy. So get to into that. See if any of my buddies are Austin Bowman. Oh, hell yeah, man. Stuff like this doesn't get done enough. Congrats. Always loved working with you there. Austin Bowman was a friend of mine that I haven't seen in a while. And but so Fidelity, which was my first big tech job, we were in what's called the LEAP program, where there's probably 150 of us or so are all brought in as fresh grads and put through 6 months of training, 3 months of classroom, and then 3 months of a POC project that's managed by the company and managed by a team in the company that's running them as a project manager off the side as a pet project. It's a brilliant way to do an apprenticeship or an internship. This was more like an apprenticeship. It was straight out of college. And the LEAP program, I to this day love. A couple of the companies do something similar. Credit Suisse has a similar program. A lot of fintech does that. I think it's a brilliant way to teach people how to work and how to be on, just to integrate people into your job. And so he's been doing it since he was a LEAP QA engineer. I was a LEAP software engineer in 2016, 8 years ago. So 8 years ago, I started at Fidelity, and I started maybe a year before that at the other place. So I guess I've been doing it for 9 years now. Oh no, Austin must have been a class ahead of me. So I had friends that went into the winter class. So if he started in January to July, my class started in July. No, my class did start in January because I graduated in May with the typical path. And then, so I worked 6 months part-time at Liberty Healthcare my last semester, worked 6 months full-time there, and then joined the LEAP program 6 months into my career. By the way, something you can do. If you're a year into your career, you're 6 months into your career, and you see a starting level position that you want that's a program like LEAP for Fidelity, take it. It will accelerate your career so much, and that your experience isn't lost. And in this case, I was actually making more money. So I was like, yeah, I've been working for 6 months, but whatever. That's the experience I want. I want to go with my friends to Raleigh and go into the bigger tech stuff. There's only 3 people in this office. There were only 3 devs in my first office. That's so tough. I also need to get my commercials on Twitch figured out. Ooh, we might try and fix that. Oh, you're already doing stuff on that? That's sick. I appreciate you, Poopsie. Oh, he did it too. So he was a QA trainee somewhere. He was a QA assistant somewhere, and then went into that. And now he's a senior cloud security engineer. That's sick. I really need to grab a beer with him again. I haven't seen him in a long time. Is he still in Raleigh? Yeah, he's still in Raleigh. But this kind of stuff, I guess I should look at my notifications maybe. I think isn't seen enough how networking works. Code Llama, this Peter Schmidt, this guy. Oh no. I'm loving the Hugging Chat integrations and the Hugging Chat. Set up as an open source alternative to Open AI. This is Wake. I will share this. And again, available for all your games, your whatever. Just go talk to Brian. Shout out at Brian Sturo. Let me put him in the. Oh, I can't do it right now, but I will put him in the description so people can click into him. And you tell him Duck sent you. He swings by here every once in a while to say hi and play around with the AI. When ChatGPT first hit big a year ago, I went into his stream and we talked about something, and it is a familiar. It is a bit that no, there's that some of those notes are from something else. That is a very familiar song, and it's not that one. But I know what you're getting at, and you might have heard it on here a couple of times. Now you might be confusing the two because that's what I'm doing now. I can't find the original, but I bet he could tell you. One night he just said like, "I need a theme," and I was like, "Daft Punk," and he loaded Daft Punk sounds and made a Daft Punk song. Like the dude is sick. Yeah, I think it's a similar progression you've heard before. It's interesting that that's running through me. So this is cool. Let's see. Alternative Open AI. I've been using GitHub Copilot through the VS Code. I'd be curious to see if anyone's on an integration between Hugging Chat and VS Codium. No! I'm gonna have to use VS Codium. What up, Doc? Did we get the blurb ever set up? I don't think I set up the blurb. What up? What up, Doc? Nah, that's terrible. That's terrible. Kitty's like, no, stop it. He said, no, you stop. Kitty looks so high. Just covered in catnip. Did I post that picture on my Facebook or on my Discord? How's your day going? I was lurking you a bit last night. I saw you were on. I was playing Power World, so I had you like low volume on my other TV while I was playing. I haven't played Power World in a while, and then I think then Java Grunt got on late night or something. What were you working on? I had you on low volume because I think I was in a chat or Power World or something. Discord. Oh, I did post it. Nice. I need to clean up my Discord at some point, like just purge. Nice. Good, man. This is, to my understanding, Google TTS. This is interesting. Someone make this the reason I finally switched to VS Codium. Fucking yoga. No, I fucking love this song. Cool Beans. All right, so I just reposted that in a couple of things. So what I was going to show was, so I appreciate that Julian said something on LinkedIn. I love that. I got it through StreamYard. There's an issue with LinkedIn though, in that, oh, no. Oh, is this my, this cannot be my actual resolution. This has got to be because there is no way it's that bad on LinkedIn. Oh, that would be terrible. It's a StreamYard thing. There's no way. This has got to be because my connection's getting ate up, right? It's got to be, please be client side. Is anybody on my LinkedIn? This would be terrible. I've got the same on. Okay, so I'm just getting bad feedback. Okay, thank you. What I was going to say is, so your comment on there ends up becoming a long-term comment on a post. It's not an interactive conversation. I really don't like the way that LinkedIn does that. LinkedIn also cuts me off after 4 hours. So Matty Two Shoes was talking about this. So let's shout him out while we're talking about it. I appreciate you, Doc. Or Wolfman. Well, all of them. And Sockhouse and Kitty. She's also, I gave her catnip, so she's high as hell. She doesn't usually zonk from catnip. She usually zooms from catnip, but she zonked today. I'm pretty happy about it. We were shouting out somebody that's, Matty Two Shoes. So he streams on LinkedIn. Let me go see if he's, I need to go find him eventually. So we can walk through some of that, absolutely. That sounds right. So also, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, I do not believe are getting the TTS back. They're only getting my audio from my mic. I need to change it to MDI. Matty Two Shoes was talking about that. I currently have it as a virtual camera. Yeah, and that's, I mean, for yours it works. Like having broken tech on yours is great because it's kind of part of the content. So let's see. I'm gonna kill TTS for a little bit, and I'll go through a little bit of these demos. I'm still gonna, talk to you guys, and I'll just read out what you say as we go. But I gotta go find TTS first, so you guys have a little bit of time to fuck with me. I found it. Oh wait, actually, let's see if it works. Go, go and talk. Let's see if poof works because I'm now on. Okay, so I gotta say poof. Just clicked it. Poof, 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 poof. No, okay. Sick. Poof, poof, poof. Nope. Sick. Yeah. So let's restart voice recognition. I think it's, I think it is doing. Oh no, that was just not. But this is Exum. I don't even know what the letters for that are, but did I mute the tab and then make the change? No. Interesting. I don't know. That was interesting. So it broke TTS somehow. That's fine though. It can kind of be broke now. What do we get here? Replicated a. Oh, nice. I like that one. I don't know if I want it more than I want this one. This one's just. I mean, that's really cool. For my purposes, I like this, but I'm assuming you're putting that. You got to put that in your game or in a different game. Yeah. I don't have it as a. Yeah, I have it saved on my desktop. I don't have it as a. Get up with me sometime, like especially when I swing into your chat. Yeah, I appreciate the lurk. Thank you, bud. Love you too. If you put it into the remind me sometime when I'm not on stream and I can put it into my Discord. I just don't want to dig into my Discord right now. Eventually, I'm going to host all these on AWS, so I'll get to that. Once I put them all on AWS, you guys will be able to just pull them freely, which is the goal from a website. So that gets into the next thing. We're going to talk about what DevOps do I do. What was the other question that was asked? So yeah, you wanted to know about how do I balance streaming my job. So yeah, I'm full timer. My last time I was employed technically was man, what is my eye? Almost a year ago. I think it might be a year ago today that I got terminated for the first time in my life. Well, for the first time for the first time in software, and then I decided, well, fuck it. I already had an LLC, so I'm kind of done doing that. My contracts have been terminated since, but I wasn't an employee, so I haven't been terminated since. Can't really be fired. You're not really fired when you get a contract terminated. It's different, but I like to say fired because it's funnier. But this year I've had 2 contracts, and I did get terminated from both of those, but more the contract got terminated. So now I'm back to building my products. On my free time, I got a couple of months worth of runway right now, and I can work on some products, and then I'll pick up another contract and work that for a couple of months, make some AI platform, ML platform architecture for somebody. In the meantime, I'm building my processes better. So what I'm doing is I'm building this architecture. Oh my God, it must be a scratch. You know, when you like scratch your eye, it feels like there's still something in there. That's got to be it. I almost want to go run under a water bath. This is annoying. Kitty. You don't know that like you still don't know that I hate that, do you? You just think it's being cute. Hey, ma'am. Yeah, I know. Back up a little bit. Thank you. I'll get my hand back from you eventually. Right here. Ooh, that's kind of cool. What are you trying to do? Emote of a gun gray retro CRT computer monitor. I mean, it's like that on top of it's like an old tube TV on top of a radiator or a window unit. It's like a window unit with a tube TV on top of it. That's what that looks like. But just sitting on the floor. But that may actually be exactly what you're talking about. I don't know what a CRT TV or CRT thing looks like. Yeah, and I've got so my LinkedIn's down there, my GitHub's down there, my the LLM ethics accord is on there, the charter for. So one of the things that I did that kind of got me part. So yeah, we'll get into a little bit of that here in a second. About's not great. DocLog actually has a really good about. Did I ever shout out DocLog? There's Larkin. He does 17, I think, ML engineering, whereas I do ML platform architecture. So like layers removed from that. An ML platform engineering is essentially what I'm doing right now because I don't have any engineers. I am the architect and the engineers. He does machine learning model architecture and engineering. I don't do that. I use the models. So for instance, right now I'm using a lot of replicate as placeholders. So we look at some of these things people have been doing. What the? So if we look at some of these things people have been doing. Now, these are a couple of my deployments that I have in replicate. And you can see these are API calls. So Sockhouse has been making API calls to SDXL via my bot that I run in Python, which is in a Docker container locally. I'm working on getting it up to Fargate, but I'm just being lazy about it. And I'm iterating pretty fast on it. It's kind of at a place that I can pop it up there now, and I'm fine. But I also need to separate it out because I really only want the Twitch bot up there. These should be batch jobs, and this should be Fargate. Where are you going? What is this? Who leaves like this? She's on one little rub on her way out. You're cute, kitten. You know that? You're cute. All right, here. You want the rest of this catnip? I don't need it on my backpack forever. There you go. Look, catnip all over the ground. Go play with it. I'll vacuum it up later. Put these guys back up here. She's gonna want to go inside here in a minute and yell at me. She likes to play around inside, but lay around out here, I think, is what I'm starting to find out. So she goes in to play for a little while and then comes out and yells at me from the screen porch for me to come get her because I work in a detached garage. But yeah, so last year I had 2 contracts. So Fargate ECS. I build most of my architectures in Fargate ECS. I was actually invited at one point out to speak at reInvent about ECS because I built Pearson's authoring framework on it. But this is kind of my architecture I'm working towards. Oh, it's a good one on Fox. Welcome in. I got to go take Kitty. She's yelling at me, and she is the boss. So she's got to go in. You want to go? Yeah, I hear you. Might as well fill my water while I'm at it. What's good, One-Eyed Fox? How you doing today? You know what? Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. We can talk about some of that stuff that you were working on as well. One thing, so One-Eyed Fox, I just realized that, what's up, Skip? How you doing, bud? Welcome in. Skip hit some big numbers the other day. He was killing it. Because Skip actually actively streams. So let's give him a shout out. He's a Fortnite streamer that I fuck with on Facebook a lot. So also go look up Skip Titanium on Facebook. I just don't post things on Facebook. Like I've shared some of this stuff, I'm sure. I just don't interact with Facebook as much while I'm streaming because it's shout outs on that or just I'm not doing that. I just realized, Fox, is there a text to voice AI? This kind of, yeah. So text to voice, so TTS, text to speech is the trigger word you're going to look for. And there are a couple of them. For instance, I have one on right now, but so Google has TTS. It's pretty cheap. 11 Labs has it. So you can look at 11 Labs and Google TTS. Those are, pretty sure there's one named UberDuck. There's one named Bark. There are a bunch of other ones that are harder to use. Those are 2 of the easier ones to use. If we talk about your use case, I can help solution one for you that you could use locally on your machine. Yeah, so we can talk about something that runs on your local machine to do TTS. Absolutely. I haven't done research into what the easiest way to do that is, like that you would, because I know how I can get it on mine. I know how Dog uses 11 labs, but he pays for 11 labs. Oh, well, so TTS for chat is just TTS.bot, by the way. TTS.bot is free to use, made by my friend Security Live. Let's go and shout him out now that we got enough people in here that I'm happier to do shout outs. And welcome everybody that's coming in. Oh, 14 seconds ago, I'm giving a shout out. So yeah, this is my ML architecture that I'm working on building, and I'm going to do it in, so if you're a DevOps fan, and one, you should be using OpenTofu, and two, I'm a big fan of mass driver. There's a couple things I need them to fix, but they're in the process of fixing them. So big fan. Worked here actually. This was my big contract. They paid me a lot of money to build the stuff that I'm using. So it's pretty cool when you get to build open source stuff and then use it, and then proliferate it, right? Like this is my architecture that I built with them of how to use SDXL and SageMaker and Mistral and Neural Chat, have an output bucket for S3. You got your AWS API gateway, your VPC that those are all inside of to keep it safe, and your S3 bucket for your model data that you're training out of SageMaker domain into your model data. Then you're pulling back onto this SageMaker inference endpoint. So this was something that I designed with them. I also designed some serverless stuff with them. And I'm still designing stuff for them, to be fair. Once I finish my current architectures in OpenTofu, I will then deploy them into Massdriver and bundle them in a way that I can share them with community members that want to go do this. And SageMaker, by the way, for up to $500 a month in cloud spend is free tier. And use Como Pro Duct Tape DevOps to get 5% off your monthly charge. I just made that up, but I'm pretty sure I can convince them to let us do that. Because I get 5% if I bring somebody to them. So I'm sure they give another. Yeah, we'll say that's the thing. 5% discount if you use 10% discount if you use Duct Tape DevOps as your promo code. I'm willing to say that 10% discount. Yeah. Because they, when I was at reInvent, we were given 10% for coming to reInvent. So I think I'm kind of that same thing. And if they don't honor it, then we're already there in the conversation and we can start talking about what they will give as a discount for that code. I should ask Lou if I can give a 10% discount from my stream. Lou's their sales guy. In fact, I use Chatwoot down here. I could just talk to him, but I'm not going to do that on stream. So that's a big ask on stream. By the way, they do webinars every Wednesday at 1 p.m. on LinkedIn, on everything. So if you want to look up Massdriver Cloud and see some of their webinars, you'll see some that I gave actually. So if you want to see me do DevOps in a succinct and webinar-driven manner, we have some live videos from here. They don't show very well. I need to download these and redeploy them for myself. But here is AI DevOps. For anybody that is curious, OpenSet is here. The man, the myth, the legend. Sadly, can't shout him out right now because we already had one in line. Well, we can do the other kind of shout out. Bang SO at OpenSet. OpenSet's been doing some sick stuff lately. You know, I don't think I finished your set the other night. I could go back and listen to that after this, actually. I might go back and listen to your set the other night after this. Because I don't think I finished it, and I would like to hear the rest of it. You've been cooking lately. It's good to see you back. I know you took a little bit of time off streaming and just, you know, I'm sure it's, well, you're just a sporadic streamer anyhow, I think is really what it is. But yeah, so this is my, that was my cloud bill from January and February of 2023. I had spent, see, is this the best way I'm going to get to this? Yeah. Well, let's listen to this nerd for a second. Anyhow, I did some of that stuff. So if you want to see some DevOpsy stuff from me, that's me talking about how to ultimately deploy, although I wasn't using light mode, but this is how to train a model. I trained Mistral on Dolly. I then deployed that. I then stored that data in an S3 bucket. I then deployed that onto this architecture. And by the end of it, I was able to make a Postman call to give a prompt to Mistral that then gave a prompt to SDXL. Effectively what we do in here, the hard way. And then once I learned how to do it the hard way, now I'm coming back and doing the easier stuff before I burn out. Because I spent a year figuring out how to get shit done the hard way. Now we're coming back into DevOps. Now this was Java Grunt was talking about this concept. Where is his stuff? Java Grunt. I want to say it's like .io though. No. GitHub Java Grunt. Oh, we shout out Security Live because he does the TTS bot. So TTS.bot. If you want TTS on, I have mine off right now and I don't remember why, but we're about to get back to that. Also, did I lose Spotify? Okay. And you guys at -24, and then I can put it up a little bit so I can hear it. Well, I have this still. Okay, there we go. Hopefully those levels are good. I need to do some kind of in-ear monitoring to see that I'm getting the same. I don't know. That's getting off track. Here's his website. He had an explanation of comfort zones, and I really liked it. He talked about it last night on his stream. So let's real quick talk about it today on my stream, because stand on the shoulders of giants and we will all be taller, right? What are we talking about today is GitHub and stuffs. I don't really know what all. Oh, son of a no. So I've been doing Excalibur lately. Also flashbang. Please no. Every time that happens, I get PTSD from Intel training in the Air Force, from SIPRNet flashbangs. Excalibur is great, and Excalibur inside of Obsidian is even better. And Excalibur with one of these mice is even better. Mousesies. So I can now do. What was I going to talk about? I got off on a tangent, but I can click 2, and I get that, and then I can click 8 and type, and then I can click 7 and draw. And so, like, there's my NeoVim. I just got a mouse with multiple buttons. I don't have to, like, tap, 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 blah, blah, blah. I can use an MMO mouse. Let's go. We were talking about, his opinion on comfort zones. So, this goes back to, you were talking a little bit about how do I balance this? And this is kind of what Java Grunt was talking about the other night that I really appreciated. So he was explaining John Grunt, by the way, is the dev advocate for Spring Boot and was for Redis. So like big wig keynote speaker, goals kind of guy that is willing to say that he learns from me, which is huge because I absolutely learn from him, but we can't all learn from each other. And it's hard for certain people to admit that. So let's see if we're talking about our comfort zone. Right? So this is our comfort zone. Then how did he word it? Was that, let's see, it was 5. This is where growth happens. But the issue is, as that growth happens, and this is kind of me ad-libbing on it, as you start to build this sphere of your growth, this is kind of you getting depth versus breadth. So they talk about become T-shaped, right? And become T-shaped means get depth here. Strong buttons to learn how to use that right. Depth on subject versus breadth in field. And I don't even know that field is the right term because you really even want to go outside of your own field to do this correctly. So when we talk about if this is your breadth in the field and your depth in something, right? As you do this, at some point, you've got to get back, I think, to here before burnout. And that's kind of the burnout zone, is as you are outside and trying to get growth or trying to get breadth in order to grow your skills, you do hit that danger zone of, I mean, of burnout. And burnout's scary as fuck. Like that's the killer. I hit it a couple of times last year, off and on. I was miserable. Is how do you coast? And you have to be able to. I think it happens in an interesting way. I think when you get passionate about something and you really go after it, you immediately, your enjoyment, your productivity, it's all going up. And I think there's just such peaks and valleys until you build a new base. You have to build that new base and then you can go up, right? And you build that new base. And it might not be linear. And eventually, you find those comfort zones. And so for me, like right now, for instance, we'll call this Twitch. Call that Twitch. And let's look at my actual time on Twitch because I think it's actually pretty indicative of this pattern. And first we'll draw it out what I think it is. So I think, I learned about Twitch and I wanted to become a streamer and I started streaming and I fell off and I didn't, and I couldn't really figure it out. Right. And then I started doing more and now who knows, but now I have a base. I know I can do 50 hours a week and I'm happy. Like this was me doing 50 hours a week of Twitch last week. I think was my number, give or take. I know that's my new baseline. I know now I can go comfortably with 50 hours and I keep going. But that counts the same for doing AI. My level for AI is higher right now. AI is up here now. I've got my base pretty well for AI. And then DevOps for me is way up there, right? Like DevOps, my comfort zone's up here. So I can keep driving. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking this AI stuff I've been working on and I'm pushing it back into DevOps. And now that's the ML architecture part, or the platform architecture, is that now I'm building platforms around AI because I understand how AI works. I went out in that burnout zone, that uncomfortable spot, and I failed a lot and I was unhappy a lot. And trajectory looking good for now. Income at some point will become a concern, but that's also somewhat on me. How long can I eat spaghetti and drink water? That's kind of the goal of it. So what if you do a full orbit around the center, max burnout? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think you go back to bartending at that point. But I think the issue is, and that's what it is, right? The issue is, what's your trajectory? And that might be a great, an orbit might be a great way to look at that. So what is your trajectory? Are you in a trajectory that allows you to orbit back in? Or I like that. Or did you spend too much time out there and you are trying to maintain your trajectory and you maybe end up getting lost? Is that maybe the analogy there? I like that. And this is where you want to be. This is kind of the sweet spot, is building that elliptical orbit that allows you to come back in and land. So when you shoot for the moon, if we're going to use that, if we're going to really go into that space analogy, which I love, if we're going to shoot for the moon and we're going to orbit around it, we're going to have to make sure we can make it back, right? If this is, so in this analogy, this is like AI for me. I went and tried to learn AI. Don't call it machine learning, because people argue like, but it's not AI, it's blah, blah, blah. But usually when you say machine learning, they're just like, oh, that's a fancy word. So that's what this was for me. My comfort zone is DevOps. The goal is to learn machine learning. And I think I'm here-ish now. I think I'm coming back down. I think I've learned enough of it, and I feel comfortable enough calling myself an ML platform architect, and I haven't had anybody tell me to stop calling myself that yet. So I think I got it. I think I made it through that loop, coming back down to comfort zone, figuring out how to coast. And what that should do is it should bring this whole thing. Well, really, it should do this at minimum. It should do this over time, right? And start to grow that in that direction. Even I actually like they did that way, but like in that direction now. And like, yeah, I'm not Doc Lock. Doc Lock's out here. He knows machine learning. And we even put him there. He has degrees in this shit. I don't need that. I learned enough of it. Just put Doc Lock out here. I know he's out there. I've got a couple other friends that are out there. Matisse is out there in his own way. He's doing a different style of it, but he's probably hit a couple of orbits in this path. But like Matisse is out there too. By the way, because he did swing by, and because I do love him. Shout out to OpenSet. OpenSet, by the way, is my stepbrother grew up as my mentor, the one that got me into coding, in fact, and so gets full credit for that. Taught me kind of how to be a nerd, and has since shown me how to be a nerd on Twitch and how to make it cool and fun. And I hope that I do a little bit fraction of what he does, because he's sick. And we'll listen to some of his music a little later, and maybe watch one of his sets a little later. Because we're not on Brian's Stereo anymore. See, that's the issue, is that Spotify jumps me off of that. Brian's giving me permission. I don't know who that other person was. So let's see if we can find, I think you have on your YouTube, I don't know if it's still listening, maybe working. I know you've got students during the day. Oh, finding him is so hard on YouTube because his name is, everybody uses this. Even though he's in my freaking, all right, how do we solution the, we're just going to restart Brian for now. And we'll figure out the rest of the music later, because I really enjoyed him, and I know not enough people stay the whole time, so it's not as big of a deal. Twitch friends, by the way, if anybody wants me to add them to this, I would love permission to play your music. I got to figure out if I actually get hit with any strikes with this. I haven't yet. And I plan to build a form for people to sign for permission to play their music on stream and to properly promote them, because the goal is always promotion. Brian's in the tag down here, I think, right? Beeps and Boops. He's still doing Beeps and Boops. What were we actually trying to do today? We were trying to work on my GitHub, clean it up, right? Not my GitHub as much, but Ductive DevOps GitHub. When people come here, I want them to know how to contribute. I want it to be a story. I need to clean out repositories in order to do that. I need to rename repositories in order to do that. Nobody else contributes to any of my shit yet. I've had a couple of contributors, and thank you all so much. Right now, you know what? Sockhouse mentioned one of my projects that has an issue right now. is the auto assign is not working for me. And Sockhouse must have been a pull request. Awesome. Approved but not required. Suggested a reviewer. It should auto assign to me, and it is not. So before I even look at the pull request, I think I need to fix that. So let's think about that for a second, right? So it's just, what can I use? 6, I think is a good one for this. Let's just cut that off a bit there. We'll do line. Oh, 6. Name looks insane. They glitched through the UI. Yeah, that's so that's Trinib technically, not me, but because I am nothing if not self-masturbatory, I will link you my fork of Trinib. But he figured out how to do some weird glitch stuff with ASCII art and uses it on his repos. Yeah, it's sick. I kind of like it being in there because it catches somebody's eye like that. It's so cool. And he built this whole thing. This is Trinib. Today we're gonna reskin this with my stuff. But he has a lot of really cool things on here. Like for instance, his A++, I only have an A+. That's not mine. I want to do yellow. I'm going to get rid of the Rick and Morty stuff specifically. I love Rick and Morty, but it's not my theme. I've got my contribution state grid. I fixed his. I fixed it to work for an organization the other day. So now I can get my contribution state grid up here. And then I want people to be able to come in here and play chess with me. So these are, if you do this, this actually makes it, or well, I forget how you have to do it, but you can make a commit with it. I haven't learned all this stuff. I need to go learn more of this stuff. This is such a sick repo. And so this is the, he says there, use, study, share, improve. I'm going to improve it. I'm going to do an organization side of it. He did everything for an individual. I'm doing everything for an organization because DevOps is an organization, and the Git flows all work different. The GitHub actions. I need to add my LinkedIn in there, I guess. But these are meant to be org, and I don't think I would need my LinkedIn org. I gotta make sure I'm keeping that. I think actions are part of a GitHub workflow. I think they may just be two different names that they've used in different times. Because if I look at my GitHub workflows, they will have actions in them. So I think action is a portion of workflow. But I'm still learning GitHub. I professionally have worked in Bitbucket and GitLab the most. GitHub, I'm still newer too. I'm learning the intricacies of it. Speaking of, and because I always shout her out whenever I do talk about GitHub, because Dim's the rules. Mitch Manners is the GitHub advocate, or one of the GitHub advocates, and streams and gives speeches. And she was on the other day talking about like, well, I got to plan 44 speeches for this year. Oh, I'm going to be so exhausted. And I was like, you son of a bitch. I've got like 2 that I'm hoping to get right now. Like, she's ahead of me in that. I don't do many CFPs unless asked. I haven't really gone out and searched for that, partly because I don't have any money, so I can't really afford to pay my own way to go do CFPs. Now I'm told there's a way I can put in CFPs and ask for budget and be a paid speaker. I got to figure that stuff. Yeah, I'll be going to All Things Open. I want to do a CFP for it. That's where I met Julie, and Mitch Manners will be there. She's giving a speech already at All Things Open, so I'm going to meet her there. Well, Titty, I would love to come talk at it. You cover a hotel room, and I'm there. Where is it? And when? I just got back from reInvent. I was running a booth at reInvent. Oh yeah, Titty, we're in Wolfman and I met at All Things Open. I live a mile and a half away from the Raleigh Conference Center. in Atlanta. I've got a number of contacts in Atlanta. I'd love to come see. So you give me a hotel room, and I will get you a killer speech, and I'd love that. It's Bitcoin themed. So when is it? I've got one project I can work towards that's not Bitcoin themed, but it's Hyperledger themed, and so that could be an interesting Tabcon. Yeah, let's look at it. I got into Bitcoin for a while. I've moved away from it because Bitcoin to me seems to be all built on hype. And that's not to say there's not value to it, but the value of it right now is based on hype, which is kind of tough to build a business around hype. So I just haven't gone down that in a while. What's up, Kish? How are you doing? See, I don't think we'll have the big SO open, but I think we can still shout out Kish with the bot. No? Oh, I don't have streamer bot up. It has all my older commands that I haven't transferred over yet. Right. Well, so Hyperledger, I think is different to my understanding, and I'm not as in the field. So, and maybe that isn't the right conference for me to speak at, but I do have friends I need to visit in Atlanta. So maybe I'd come volunteer and hold doors or sign people in or something, for a free ticket. I did. That's how I got into All Things Open. That's how I met Corey Quinn, Quinny Pig, who is now one of my idols in this industry. Oh no, that sucks, man. How's it going, Kitch? Yeah, Kitch is down in Miami. He's a student down in Miami. So a conference in Atlanta would very much fit his. Oh, that's cool. Bang SO actually brings up the character. So that's worth doing for that. That's cool to see. I didn't build that. 4 days TBD still. Is that for when you're doing it, TBD? October 23rd. Okay. We'll see. All Things opens around that time. And ATO being my home conference, I have to go to that and schmooze, do the hallway track. October 27th. Is the CFP still open? I guess I could even do a CFP on here, couldn't I? Where's the CFP? Why attend travel speakers? There's no way they closed the CFP already. It's January. Register. This is 2023. I could just give a speech on using streaming as a way to drive open source contributions and engage the community. I could spin that up in an hour. Let me see if I can. How do I fucking CFP to 2024? Save the date. Why attend? If somebody can get me in the room with the guy, I'm pretty sure I'm. Who's the guy that runs it? I'm pretty sure I'm on his LinkedIn. We made a pretty substantial connection there last year, and I should be able to actually get his ear. Todd. Let's see if I can find him. Todd Bush, not Halstead. Those are my old mentors. I know I connected with him. So Bush was my manager at LexisNexis. Halstead was my CIO in the Air Force. And Lewis. Okay. I'm surprised I don't have him as a closer connection. Second level connection. I'm sure I talked to him. Is that him? Find out. Or Todd Lewis is such a fucking common name. Can I just type in All Things Open? Can you, Titty Bear, it'd be great if you could add me on LinkedIn, and you should be able to find my link there. I'll connect. And if you can make an intro for me, just like, hey, I think you guys have met before, but wanted to reintroduce you to Nick. That'd be sick. Is this him? It just says San Francisco, and I thought he was down in South Carolina. We have a lot of mutuals, so maybe. Who's the guy? I think. Is that? I'm gonna start typing more. This is the oddest way. So did I start to do all things open when it came up? There we go. South Carolina. Yeah, I thought he was in South Carolina. I don't know why I'm not connected with him. I know I was in a chat with him. Add note. Hey Todd. I think we've talked before. Looking to submit a CFP for all things open, and I would love to chat in general. Cheers. All right, so we'll do that for now, and then we'll see how that comes out the pipes. 100 channel points for helping. Is there a way to do this? Can I award channel points? Well, here you get gift subs because I've been meaning to talk to him for like a year, and getting me to get over that hump and actually go do the CFP for all things open is actually huge because I've been meaning to do a CFP for it. So that's worth more than the $250 I just gave to Bezos. So thank you guys very much. Welcome to the Duck Den, whether you wanted to be or not. You're here. TDY, do we get your yeah, well, and I followed you, so I'll definitely swing by your stream. We'll talk about it. Yeah, I'll message you on Twitch or something if I. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I worked on a project with him loosely. It's like I made the connection and then I let OpenZD kind of take off with it. Let me look up again to see who the mutuals we have are, because there's 4 mutuals. One of them I built a decent deal with. Well, Wade's a good friend of mine. Andrew Zaw I worked with on a project, and I guess Benjamin Zaw. Chris Goodnight, I know that name. Something Charlotte. Oh, Chris is the growth guy for OpenZD. So, right, or was. Is he still? No. He left when I left. I'm just gonna reach out to him. All right, so yeah, I just sent him a message just to say hi again. I liked working with him. And I don't know whatever happened with him. And all right, then we got Wade Minter, who's like, I mean, Wade's one of my best. Like, Wade's like a real life good friend. We played hockey together for years. I was his. These are actually, in fact, I bet all these are hockey connections. Dude, my hockey teams are sick. Like, so Will Scholes, senior recruiting director, Evan Holsinski, senior presenter at Cyber Founder. I need to hit up him again too. Actually, let me hit up Evan, see how he's been doing. Watch me go through my LinkedIn and hit people up. This is welcome to streaming. This is how you maintain streaming with work. Is you just do work while you stream. Things like networking, which is what I love about this. Anyhow. Hey, bud, how's Founder like treating you? Will Scholl is a senior recruiting director. He hits me up every once in a while with a new opportunity. He got me a couple of my positions. He's a sick dude. I really like Will. Played hockey with him for a couple of years as well. He's at Vaco as a recruiting solution. Like, I should probably actually, if I need a job, he's who I'll probably go to. Chris Jerry, I play hockey with. I think you might even be watching. Thank you, Chris. I need to get my Facebook back on. I know he checks out my streams every once in a while. Application support engineer, like it's just some sick people. Oh, I don't mean to have. See, I don't like that. I don't want you guys to have to see those things. Oh, he says he's hoping to launch V1 soon. That's sick. Get back to my Facebook chat. Because I think I lost all of that. By the way, I have no clue where the music went now. I may end up getting a strike off of all this. No. So that's the cool thing. Yeah, if you have anything over a 3090 or anything over 3060, I think is what I've heard. It should be like anything with CUDA 12 on it. You can do background removal without a green screen. So behind me is, and I won't keep it long because it looks terrible, is Mess. This is my house. There's my 3D printer in a Stanley Cup beer mirror, and Rage Against the Pixels rig. He's got two 4090s back there. But I just click, I go into, I literally, so this is in OBS. I literally just click background, NVIDIA background removal, and you get this. And so you don't need it anymore. You have like an NVIDIA 3060 plus. Oh, you run Mac. Your M1 chip might be able to do it if you have an M1, but it's AI background removal, so you need GPU. Yeah, so I do this. I could stream in a cafe, I think. In theory. Yeah, it's so NVIDIA Broadcast is one of the ones that I use, but you wouldn't have that again because you're on a Mac. But you might be able to do it somehow through OBS on a Mac because it's a filter on OBS. I just wouldn't know what the layer abstraction behind that is. Black and Mild, appreciate the follow. Welcome. Do you have oh, we never finished. Did you want emotes, Titty? Did we do that for you? You saw one, I think, right? So let's see if we do at Duckernaut emote at Titty. We gave you one that has cheers. You might need to scroll up to find it again. Emote, IMG, cheers and beer went well. What's like another good cheering? What's it cheering? Right. Exactly. Right. It works on Zoom. So it's there's a, well, it depends on where the compute is, because on Google Hangouts, I think the compute is running on Google's end for that background removal. Oh, hell yeah. Welcome. Love Skip. He may even be lurking in here. We were all watching the Royal Rumble the other night with Skip. We were, I kept shouting him out and people were going in to watch it. I thought it was funny. And then when he raided into me, dog, a couple of my typical viewers in the community came in with him, which I thought was funny. Yeah, man, if you got a profile picture, we can make emotes of you. Oh, you have 100 followers and you don't have a profile picture, but wait, but you have a banner? I don't know if I can pull a banner. You've got a banner, but no profile picture. I don't know how to pull a banner. I pull a profile picture and make emotes out of it. So okay, yeah. Well, if you ever want to come in with your account that you actually stream from, we can make you some emotes. All of these were made. All of this was made with my bot in chat with AI. So your picture. Oh, I'm sure we made it, didn't we? We can do it again. I probably just missed when it got live. Or I might not have had the bot on. Replicate that. Well, let's see. We're going to do yours in 2 steps so I can actually show the process a little more instead of pipelining it. So clip at Wolfman. And I'm sure he's just gummed up, right? He's running, right? Health checks. Yep, health checks. Okay, so he's still running. He's just gummed up. Which is, that's me. I need to make it. I'm not good at asynchronous programming. I honestly wonder if I might know what it is. Text to image. So let's see if SDXL, we'll start it with SDXL. Or do we do a PhotoMaker first? We're using PhotoMaker mainly, so let's go ahead and do an await here. No, I don't know, await that. Wait, this one's not even doing, oh, this is running async. So that one's already async. It's the async create that I have an issue with, that I fuck up. Text to image. A man, black man. Welcome. Oh, is that your, sorry, I'm trying not to sneeze. Is that your main account? Do you have, you got a profile picture on that one? Hell yeah, you do. Awesome. So let's do Dr. Not emote at mad. Yeah, you could have actually, you can make this call yourself from your alt account. It doesn't, you don't have to be the one asking that. So like from your alt account, you can call this. Oh no, let me look at it in a second. Ahmed Blackman, IMG cheersing a beer. So if you prefer to view on your alt account, I appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. And I'll follow that. Do you stream on that then? I'll follow if you do. Oh, you're actively streaming. That's awesome. I'll give it a lurk. I don't think I'm lurking anybody on that one. You play Power World? Hell yeah. I've been playing some Power World lately. Been loving it. Yeah, so on your alt account, you can make calls. Okay. Just wait for channel points. Interesting. But yeah, so we should get you a cheers and a beer emote here in a bit. Yeah, man. Yeah, everybody, let's give a shout out there then. I always love when somebody comes in that's trying to grind, man. I'm curious, you don't have a camera on. Do you prefer not to? And that's fine if you do. I've got a lot of friends that are PNG tubers that would love to help teach you how to do a PNG tuber, so you have a little character instead. So like whenever I PNG tube, I don't even know where this thing is anymore. I just grab this little guy. Where is he? I can't get him. Too many things on my screen. I don't know. I grab that little guy and bring him over my face, and I hide behind him. Yep, dog with glasses on is exactly what I was referencing. If you follow a dog with glasses on, he can teach you. Waiting on Christmas money. Okay. Well, in the meantime, if you want to put a little PNG tuber there, a couple of the coolest one I've seen lately. And no offense, dog, yours is more professionally done, but it was so interesting to see. Let's go look at, and I'll give a shout out for sure. Because Bad Cop used to come in here, and I haven't seen them in a while. Medic Two Shoes is streaming. This is another streamer that uses PNG Tuber in a very interesting way. Really in the laziest way, but like I think it's all you need. Oh, I haven't seen sock houses yet. I need to go. Let's go look at that here in a second. Underscore. Think of it 30 seconds. You're like this. Oh, let me remove. But oh, damn it. Oh, there's only a clip. Well, let's just do it again. But so you see, they just have a little character that bounces up and down while they talk. Whenever they talk, it lights up and bounces. And I don't think anybody cares. Like I wouldn't. In fact, I think at some point I'll probably be streaming while I travel, and I'll probably PNG tube while I travel, and then work on a laptop, and instead of doing background removal, and you guys just get something like that. It's so simple. Yeah, it's just an emote bouncing up and down. It's so simple. Like, why not? And it's enough that everybody's interested. Let's go see what you said. Sockhouse has one now. It's funny. More people I think watch PNG tubers. It's kind of funny, but it works out well. Let's see what Sockhouses looks like. Do you know? It's because I missed the stream where he did it. I know he's been talking about it. But if you can find like a clip of it, I mean, he should have made a clip. He's good at clipping. Did he not make a clip? That bastard. Let's see. Is it gummed up that bad? Has it not come out with any of them? Damn. So, oh no, I hear Thornity somewhere. That's funny. Oh, and he's live. That's funny. Yeah, let me get you there. Let's shout out Thornity just because that's funny. He's live, and I just looked at him. Thornity Co is a good. He's technically a DevOps architect, but lately he's been doing. Why didn't I get the bad cop shout out? Fuck. Lately he's been doing Godot game dev. You were asking about, yeah, where are the freaking emotes? Why are we not getting back? Why is PhotoMaker taking so freaking long? So what it did was it took your image, right? So it took your profile picture. It did blip on it. So blip gives me back a description of what it looks like. A close up of a person in a leather jacket was what blip gave me back. That's what your caption is. If you were to train a model on your image, on this image, that's what you would put into the model for it to understand. And then IMG tells that is the focus of it. That's its trigger word. And then cheering is what I asked for. And it's created 3 minutes ago, and it's just being slow because replicate is slow. I'm building faster ways to do this, and it's only doing one at a time because it's single threaded because I'm bad at async programming. But again, I'm here to build inferencing and not necessarily the slick programming. Somebody else can go build better stuff on top of my inferencing. I'm replacing replicate in this instance with my product, and I'm getting there. Well, I want to thank everybody for hanging out. We're above average numbers organically, which is very rare. So again, anybody new, I'm Duct Tape DevOps. Please do drop a follow so you can come back and talk to us again. Don't need subs. I have a donation at the bottom. If you do want to support anything, support Non-Real Institute. They do teach technical skills to autistic adults. And I think that is a sick product. And I'm in fact trying to open a branch here if I can. I've reached out to them and said, hey, I want to open a branch here. And I don't know what that means. I don't have the money, but I'm pretty good at tech. And I think I could learn how to educate autistic adults in a way that would be beneficial to them. And if they can cover my, mortgage while I do it, or not even, I can go consult. Like I'll go make my own money. That's just something that I think would be fun. I appreciate it, Matt Blackman. I really do. Oh, there's one. So then we got some errors. So I think my single threadedness messed some things up. So you can take this. So you've got you cheering, which that's a terrible, terrible version of that. But let's appreciate you, Wolfman. At Doctronaut emote at the cheersing a beer one is always is better. Cheering, probably not the right one. Cheersing a beer. Is that a true story? That's an interest. That's a crazy story if true, and you absolutely should talk about that on stream because that would be. Or no, sorry. This is what happened. Yes, you joined a bike and you found God. Yes, that is. It is. Yep. Oh no! Now we need to run with that. Okay, so now we actually need to run with that. Joins a biker gang and finds God. By the way, you guys can make these calls as well. The good news is once these things are pre-warmed, they should run a little faster. So we should start getting some faster responses. Blip is taking an extra second here. This is so I can keep it cheap. It's a little slow, but also in the last month, it's cost me $38. And that's 100 hours of stream. So as long as I can keep it under $1 an hour, I'll stay on Replicate. And by then I'll figure out how to get it out of there. Get some LinkedIn messages. Let me put that on another side so it's not the same. Good hope. Oh, not parted ways back in November. Red. Nice. Sorry, let me. Sorry, people were replying to me on LinkedIn now, which is hilarious because I wonder if they recognize that I'm live, and I bet they would end up popping in on StreamYard at some point. And if you do, guys, thank you and welcome. Starlight, appreciate the follow. By the way, anybody that's on any of these other platforms, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, come over to Twitch, join the party. This is where we have the fun. Everything over there is asynchronous. Here we're synchronous. We're having conversations. We're learning together. So please do make your way over here if you're on another platform and you want to talk about it. So, right. So, yeah, there we go. We got another one, same caption. In fact, we could probably stop doing that. I can cut blip out of the pipeline pretty easily here. I've got another command that doesn't blip, and that one's running. So now we could do like at Ductornaut. So, for instance, let's do this. If we're going to do emote at Ahmad Blackman. No, I don't need to emote it. I can do PP Photo Maker. So if I go layer under emote is linking blip and PP Photo Maker. So PP Photo Maker, which makes a photo make, which sends your PP to Photo Maker. Oh, I do need to see that Twitch thing or the Twitter thing you drug me into. Yeah, but welcome and thank you for the follow. A streamer in a mask, cheersing. Oh, IMG. Cheersing a beer. That should be able to create one too. Or Bird, do you have a? Oh, you got a sick emo or a profile picture. Do you stream as well? You one of Skip's crew? Sorry, we just go creep on people immediately whenever you guys. Yep, and you also do it without a camera, which again is fine for now. But if you want to get into some other ways to do it, we are happy to. We're looking for people to learn, and we're wanting to build that stuff out. Right? I love open source. I need to fix this. This isn't me. Nice. I love it. I love finding these little communities of streamers that are working together to grow. Like I love that. I've also got a product if you guys want to play with, and I don't have a sign-up process right now. You have to talk to me about it. We'll figure it out. But RaidTrain.tv is a way to schedule raid trains for communities like yours. So the goal of RaidTrain.tv, now it would be interesting because if you're all playing together, that's an even different way to do it. But what this is, and I'll fix all of this eventually, is an hourly event where you showcase somebody. So you raid. What we did was we all stayed on. So if you're talking about a community like a Fortnite community, by the way, I don't play as much Fortnite. I've played it, but I was really big in the 2K community. I have a pretty decent name in certain NBA 2K circles, and I ran a league at one point, and I built the stats for another league. SIBA is the league that I'm best known in. They have like 1,000 viewers or something like that. They're crazy. But I was a pretty big figure in that for a little while. So I really like building for that community. Yeah, well, let's get you an emote here. So yeah, I'm not clicking all these. By the way, guys, feel free to click these as they come out. I don't really like the way that one came out. So another option is Ductornaut. Let's replicate Starlight. So that's where it does clip back into it. Do we ever get Wolframs or Wolfmans? So there's the Cheersing a Beer one. And that's interesting. That means I'm not changing the seed because I gave you the same one. I need to make sure the seed's on 0. Sorry, excuse the burp. So seed needs to be on 0. And I'll redeploy it in a bit. Let's see. Let's make it a thing. Yeah, that's awesome. Close up of person. That was you cheering. Okay, I don't know if we ever got Wolfman's. I think because we had some errors, and so replicate may be erroring out. Let's see if we can figure that one out. Yeah, I use VS Code for everything. We were actually just talking about that. I'm interested in VS Codium, but right now VS Code is kind of my way to go. No, this is deployed in Docker technically right now. So I have a Docker container running all of this. So if we pull over my Docker for desktop, you can see that Ductornaut, as he's now named, is running on 8080 and taking up 43% of my CPU, and he's been running for the last 3 hours. I'm going to go and look at the logs there. So Docker is a level of containerization. Do you have some interest in coding? Because I'm always happy to teach about what some of this is, and this is really an educational channel. And so I always want people to ask as many questions as you can. Nice. You're at 50 now? Hell yeah. You go to school for it? Nice. You doing, what's what school and what program, if you don't mind me asking? And never give out more than you want to give out. No, I don't mean to do that. So remind me, I got to shout out Bad Cop. Bad Cop used to come in here, and I've been in Bad Cop's stream a few times. I've interacted with Bad Cop in other forums, but I don't know. I haven't seen her in a while, them in a while. Kennesaw State University, business major in information systems and minor in information security assurance. Hell yeah. Kish is, yeah, that's funny that Kish pops up. Perfect for Kish to pop up. Kish is, and Kish is one of my dudes. Let's see. In fact, you know what, Kish? Look at you over here earning. I'm still figuring out. I got to slow down my mod give out, but I will give you VIP. How do I VIP you? I got to kind of figure out some kind of parameters for that, but like you're definitely a VIP of the channel. Kish is a student streamer. So Kish has a community of student streamers that stream coding classwork. And so that's another one at 420, getting another new streamer that just started doing, I know you're doing some games. I saw you were on last night, but I just kind of swung through. You were on with your friend, I guess, just doing general 420 content. So welcome 420 Kitten. Yeah. Anybody that is a streamer, especially if you have your own emotes, drop them anytime. Click on those emotes and find out who those people are. I really want, that's the community feel is really what we're all going for here. Community and education, more so than, this isn't a channel for you to come watch me. It's a channel for everybody to grow together, I hope. I'm just driving the ship. It's still taking forever. Okay, so it did get through a part of it and went probably the clip, and maybe it's getting on to, I need to make this all more asynchronous though. That's my problem. And that's my fucking problem. Okay, so PhotoMaker blip. Now it's running SDXL. So what it did was it took a clip interrogate of, I did this. This must be a Parafed woman in a black hoodie, headphones, standing in front of, this was what clip gave you, by the way, it's supposed to be Starlight. Clip looked at your image, your profile picture, and decided that's what it looks like. And now it's sending it to SDXL, Stable Diffusion XL, to create a new rendering of it as art. And you can throw extra things on there in order to try and influence the way that it looks. But there's a pretty heavy tokenization, so you're going to be better removing things than adding to start. So there you go. There it's got a interesting one of you. So if you can figure out how to if we can turn that into cheersing a beer, let's see. Let's see if we do it this way. So I really like that image. Welcome. So what I always do is I copy image, go to remove.bg. This fastest way to make emotes. I do this all the time. Click this. It's going to do background removal on remove.bg. And I download it. I have no clue whose music this is, by the way. I am probably playing into the wrong music. Let's go Lo-Fi Girl, because I know it's safe. We'll do it. Do I go jazz? I think I'm feeling the synth wave. Let's see if we can find Lo-Fi synth wave. I don't want to strike on this. I like to try and keep my videos if I can. So let's go with this and see if it's got a good vibe too. Did I download it? I think I did, right? Downloaded, and then we're gonna drag. Now we got this over here, and I wonder if there's a way to do it. Let's see if we can. Also, if anybody ever has an issue with making AI art of their art, let me know. I'll delete it. Yeah, so I generate the image on, technically it's, let's see if I can find you. So this is SDXL, which is, so that is replicate.com, allows you to host models like SDXL, Stable Diffusion XL, or many other models. I host a bunch of models on it. Any Comfy UI workflow. Oh, no. We are about to steal all of Matisse's work. Let's go. We just got a model for workflows. When did this come out? When did... I've been meaning to build this. Holy shit. What does it run on? Okay, so Comfy UI. All right, we're gonna do some Comfy UI when I get back. But we're gonna do Comfy API now. Because I don't... This is sick. This is fucking sick. If anybody's seen Matisse's channel, oh no, let me get Bad Cop a shout out. I looked at their channel earlier, and I always try and correct my language, try to get better about that kind of stuff. So we can run his workflows distributed, and I think if he's up, we can hack his workflows out of his. We can do GIF emotes now with this. What does it run on though? So is it running on A40s? It's running on A40s. This is huge. This is so big. We're going to learn a little bit about Comfy UI in a bit, and we're going to learn how to use it to create the emotes that Matisse makes, which are better than mine. And now I can make them because somebody built this cog. A cog is a container layer abstraction similar to Docker, but cog is specifically what Replicate requires. So if you create a cog, you can work on. So I appreciate you. These. Oh, he did it again, didn't he? This monster. All right, so that's a friend. Chad XP made that blurb. So that's a blurb, by the way. So yeah, especially for people getting new into streaming. And so I've been doing this now for a year, pretty full time. I think there's like a 3-month hump. Once you're past a year, I know a lot of the tricks, and I'd like to help everybody get there as fast as possible, right? So let's see, how do I share my collection? This is blurbs, and it has a bunch of things. So we were talking about Brian Sturo earlier, and how he made a song of us when I went onto his chat, which I thought was awesome. Do it point redeem. And he was just screwing around in his lab. I need to put this one back on. Why is this one not in my face? Like red alert, something rather. But can I share? How do I? There we go. So here's my collection on blurbs. So if you want to go learn about blurbs, a good place to start is my collection. Feel free to use it. The goal is to build a way that community members, and I got to figure out how to do this, but can contribute blurbs they made to my collection to be played on here. So, because it doesn't need to be just stuff I make. You guys should be able to go make blurbs. I made blurbs with my other friends. Like I go to their channels and I make blurbs. I have, this was from Matisse. And I need to make that on there too. So why is that not? How do I add that? Plus add to channel points. Okay, cool. And then Duncan Heartbeat, did we add channel points? I think we did. So let's see if I go to my dashboard, streams blurbs, no Twitch channel points. I need to take the extension off because the extension, okay, so I just make them all 500 really. That's just to make them matter a little bit. The idea is to give you guys a way to be interactive with the stream, right? You folks. And then I do have an issue with there's an extension that's up that I don't want because it allows people to do anything. In fact, I think I'll just go to my Twitch and remove that extension because I do concern with people bringing in a blurb that, I don't want on LinkedIn, for instance, because I'm streaming on LinkedIn. Like I'm pretty casual and good with almost everything, but I can't leave that door wide open. It is my responsibility to my company to not offend too many people. So blurps as a component is going to be removed because that, I think, was the way that people were using it to talk to me in a way that I like, or to use blurps. I guess I can activate this, right? Place, what? No, I need my GitHub profile. A featured viewer, do I need, I guess, sure. Stream avatars, okay. Component. Panel 1 and 2, so I can use panel 3. Done. And then can I put that as panel 4? No. So maybe you guys can see what I'm playing on Spotify now. But also, hopefully you can use my blurb extension now, because that one allows you to get for 0 points whatever you want. And that's a bit much. Now I want to check my channel again. Mute this. Shut up, nerd. Shut up, nerd. And I got panels, edit panels, Spotify, GitHub, featured viewer. Sure, emote showcase, why not? Activate as, oh nope, so I can only have 3 panels. Well, what's this button for? I'll deal with all that later. Okay, so I think you guys should be able to see my Spotify. My unedit panels, can I see my Spotify? Loading data. Yeah, you guys can go can I give myself bits? No. You guys can go get a be the featured viewer by I think somebody did that once and had some, maybe I restarted it. Sick. It's killing it. Loading data for Spotify servers. And then this should have my repos on it, but it doesn't. It kind of pisses me off. But you can still click into my GitHub there, which I like. And then I've got the ethics charter here. By the way, please go sign the LLM ethics charter by the Linux Foundation. Read it, sign it. My YouTube, my GitHub, my LinkedIn. Blurps. I digress. Oh, did we get that? We did. I wanted it behind Vivex. No, actually, it's kind of fine there. But I do want it behind my stream avatars. This was specifically Starlight. And then Matisse, you must have heard, your ears must have been ringing. Did you see, did you hear what I'm doing? Did you hear, can you send me your workflow for Carlton? Did he say, did I shout you out yet? I was going to because I was talking about you. Just kind of live on my shout out rotation. Please do go follow Matisse. He does everything I do, but cooler. He does it in a more visual way. And we're working a lot of this stuff together. So anything that you could do that is dance video with a couple of images and then down to a skeleton, back up to an emote would be sick. Yeah, Matisse also plays Tetris and is better than Dog, right? I think he won the only one that I watched. Matisse is the best out of us in Tetris. I'm number 2 and Dog's number 3. We had a 3-way competition one time and it is decided. Oh, well, if Dog beat you most of the time and I beat Dog every time I've played, then I think I'm the Tetris champion. We did a 3-way. and I don't even know how Battle Tetris works. It's the first time I've ever played Tetch.io. I don't think we have to do the challenge. I think it's already decided that Matisse, you've beaten me every time you've played me. And I've beaten Dog every time I've played him. But if Dog's beaten you more times than you've beaten me, mathematically speaking, I'm happy. Fuck. All right, we'll do one because I want you guys to explain to me how it works because I actually don't know how it works. I was planning on keeping this never playing Dog again for a long time, but fair's fair, so we can do it. If you are both ready and a fourth and a fifth can join in if they want, he's ready. Let me go pee and refill my water. Dog's been waiting for this moment for what, a day, 2 days? Ever since I kicked his ass and then never played again. Really, Matisse kicked his ass, but it was I was there. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I hear you because you're yelling. I hear you because you're yelling. Just trying to make me rearrange the whole desk again. By the way, I don't know if you can see, but this has code for how to party on it. Well, dog, I gotta pet the cat before I beat the dog. Them's the rules. So you're gonna have to give me a second here. But Matisse, did you see? Did I send this deployment to you? So we can run any company workflow now on Replicate, and then I'll be able to deploy this image. It's basically just a Docker image to take in a workflow and run it. Right. So I should be able to make some of those. Like, yeah. And we pay per second billing. It takes about 2 cents per run. So we're now able to offload that compute onto Replicate for now, which is slower in its spin up time, not in its run time. It's run on 840s. So I can just run, yeah. So can you give me, let's do that. All right. We'll go beat dog it. Kitty, you going to be good for a minute? What you want? You got what? You want that window open? There's no way you're asking me to open this window. I'll open it for you. There's no way that's what you're asking. Oh, I haven't opened this window in a while. You want to go sit up there? Don't mess up his desk. It's not your desk, Kitty. You want me to clear out more stuff for you? You can walk around? Is that what you're doing? What are you even? What do you want? Woman, what do you want? Are you trying to get me to go work at Rage's desk? I can't do that. I don't have, that's his computer. You want to come up here? Hey, go ahead up here. Oh, I know. Come up here for a second. remove the ducks. Hey, look out. There you go. Move the ducks again. No, you got to stay there because I just moved everything for you. You got to hang out now. You don't have a choice. You just make me move everything and then leave me. Wait. It's a country song, isn't it? You can't just make me move everything and then leave me. I hear you. I'm coming. I'm coming. I know. Hey, come here. You're good. Just hang on loosely. Here, you can have duck or not. You need chat to be somebody. Chat's playing guitar now. You want alien not? Alien duck? Alo duck? Hello duck? Sent you my hell yeah. Oh man, I gotta open Discord, don't I? I might lose all audio. I typically do when I open Discord. Kidding, what is up? I hate to do this. I might have some hair in my hair. I hate when it keeps doing this. I hate that I mess with my hair all stream. Can you stay up here? Yep, there goes my audio. Hey, come up here. Yes. Yes. That's a sick one for Scotty Fox. Oh, so yeah, Matisse, I asked why have you been by Scotty Fox's page, Matisse? Have you looked at the emotes that he has available and what he's done lately? Because he changed it on us. He had the hula hoop one. So he had the hula hoop one forever. And we did so many that he made the only, because I've been using his hula hoop Matisse or his hula hoop emote lately whenever we've been talking about it. And so he changed it to that. And then it's super cute. I hope he means it. I'm kind of hoping it's to me. I hope he got me a gift. But dog's just over there fuming. I hope. It's called a cliffhanger. I'm a professional. But if you go look at, so if you go to chat and you look at his emotes that he has available, the ones that we can use, he changed them again, didn't he? Or did he? No, yeah, because that's what they are. So whenever you go down here and look at his bit rewards, it's the pirate that I've been using. That's why I have it, is because I gave enough bits. It's cheers, and then it's a gift, and then it's the scared Scotty. So I just think that's hilarious that that's what he has as top rows. I don't know how long it's been like that, but I know that's new because that's been the hula hoop because I've been using it. And he moved. He did. I guess he got rid of the static hula hoop, which was not a great one anyhow. But he actually moved around his emotes the other day, which I thought was funny because we haven't seen him in a while. He's been offline for, I mean, over 6 months now. Let's see. All right. So what's that link that Dog gave us? How do we do this? You guys are going to see how bad I am at Tetris. Nice. Good. I'm glad he's around. Yeah. Scotty's sick, man. I like Scotty. Even with everything happened, I really like Scotty. God, Daddy. Anonymous. I don't need to track how often I beat Dog. Oh, am I in here? What do I do? Are you guys already in a match? Or oh, that was them. Good. All right. So I'm not even in this one. I'll go warm up. You nerds can go, or wait. Yeah. The waiting room. I gotta warm up. I gotta remember how to play Tetris. How do you play Tetris? Is this good? Am I gooding? Am I gooding at Tetris? Oh, the music overlap is terrible. All right, Tetris music it is. I don't actually know how to play Tetris like in a way that is efficient. I play with friends at a bar occasionally. We used to go to a bar that had Tetris, and I still sometimes go to a board game or a bar that does it. In fact, Terry's playing at a bar at a barcade on Sunday, so I'm going to be out at a. I'm going to go do that. Might try to get DMM Roy out to it. He's a Raleigh local that I asked to go get a beer with me, and he hasn't really followed up. I don't know. I mean, he streams a lot, but like, I don't know. I'd like to get out and meet people that stream. Like that'd be a fun, or community members or whatever. And like that's why I'm starting to start up or a meetup for the area. So I have a let me see if I can get to you. It was up here. Yeah, come in all, beat my ass, and then convince me never play this game again. All right, I'm warmed up. I understand it. I know how Tetris works. It's an easy game. How do I go back to the waiting room while I work on some other stuff? There's no back button. Do I click out of this? There we go. Fuck yeah, we got Sockhouse out here with a 3. Is 3 good or bad? I don't know. Are you number 3 in the world, or are you level 3 and he's level 61? It's one of the two. It's definitely one of the two. All right. And while he does that, I'm gonna see if I can come here. Let me know whenever you guys are done and ready for the next one. With UI, API. Can I use a form? I'm gonna first do the form. JSON workflow or workflow.json. I should have one from Matisse now. Who? Oh no, you lost. Oh, I guess we could watch yours. We can do that. Or did you already lose, or is there a? I don't know how this thing works. Game. I can spectate. Just in a way that we kind of spectate that a little bit while I try to get this JSON object into the UI. Need more screens. All right, for the UI workflow. And that is loud in my ear. It turned out for you guys too. It's crazy. It's like a mastermind on a website. It's crazy. Right. Workflow.json. Right. But I downloaded it, so that doesn't do me as much good. Four v four. Do we have? Is that? Yeah, I don't know how any of that works. We'll let them figure that out in a bit. Rather this, copy and paste that into a UI workflow, and then see if we need anything else. You can watch. Oh, actually, Matisse about to go down, isn't he? Like a typical Friday night for Matisse. About to go down. Oh, well. Right. Get back to that. I kind of want to go and get this thing just running real quick. Does it need anything else? Input image tar or zip file. He's using an image, right? All right, maybe we should put it into right image to video to URL for GPU. We might need to put this in the company first before I just start guessing it. Yeah. I don't know. Well, you know what? Try, right? Because input's optional, actually. Build, VAV sequence unavailable. Okay, so there's a list of available weights that they have. Okay, so we'll fuck with that here in a bit. You guys finished? One dog. All right, come get wrecked. Yeah, whatever. Nobody cares. Do it again. Oh, I thought, what? Bruh. Are you guys doing, are you in like round something of something? I'm so confused. All right. Well, that was a fun game. You guys can keep playing, by all means, but I don't, I'm not making it a me watch Tetris stream. That's not what I'm working on today. Yeah, I have no clue how Tetra.io works. First time I played it the other day was when I beat Dog. I think I'm just gonna. You guys can play. I'm good with my win on Dog. He just proved that I'm better than Matisse too, so that's pretty good. Dog can figure it out later. You guys can all play though. No, you started another game without me, and so I think you were scared and ran away like a little sissy dog. I gotta find my cup UI. I warmed up and everything, man. I thought I was gonna get a play, and it's like you ever just like sit there on the sideline waiting to be picked, and you're like, you know what? Like they'll let me in the next game, and then they just play the next game without you again, and you're like, I guess I'm just too good. What happened to you? I mean, neither. Oh man, we can do it. Yeah, we can do it later. Oh well, yeah. So I'll be on. I'm chilling. Actually, I should have ordered some food. Me order some food real quick so that I can keep going. So we talked the other day about like, should I eat on stream? And you guys are all here for, you may as well be in a just chatting, in my opinion. I mean, about code, about this stuff, but I've noticed when I go to just chatting, it doesn't change my numbers that much. So it's really just hanging out, right? Kitty, what's up? Yeah, do you want to go in? Is that what you're yelling about? We just got out here. Kitten, she is yelling. What is up? You want to go? All right. Wow. Bossy today. Yeah, I hear you. You're going. Go. Be fast. All right. I guess that's the end of well, at least today. I mean, she'll be back out. Probably usually when my food gets here, whenever like she does this, she'll want to come back out here. So we'll get more Kitty in a little while. I need to, so I want to get a mat for this. I have a mat inside that might work actually. I want to go get it. I'll do that later. I want to get, I was thinking about getting like a pond themed mat for this, and then I have like my ducks on the pond, and I'm just typing on it, but like, I'll mess with that later. Where's the music? All right, fine. I'll get some work done. Stream is meta. I mean, like it's, even if somebody doesn't want to see it, they'll go away, watch another streamer for an hour. That streamer raids out. They end up somewhere they're not familiar with. They're not having fun. They come back here. That's fun. Or they don't. That's also fun. They'll come back tomorrow. I mean, I stream for like 10 hours. I mean, it's, I may as well, right? Unless you guys think I just don't eat. Unless you think that I'm some kind of magic man that can just stream 10 hours and don't get me wrong, I've done it plenty of times, but then I'm beat up afterwards. don't have any fun after that. Because even by the end, then I'm like, by the time I get off, I'm like, I have to go find food. Like I'm starving. Like, why didn't I just eat on stream? They have a role called the ex-girlfriend. I'm just curious. Ex-girlfriend is shrimp tempura, avocado, topped with crab meat, tempura crunchy flakes, spicy mayo, and eel sauce. I'm getting an ex-girlfriend. What is this shit? Why am I getting more stuff? I don't need more stuff, but it looks so good. Eel. All right, I just bought too expensive of rolls of sushi. I cannot believe I just did that. 15%. I hate tipping a percent, considering it's 3 rolls of sushi from down the street. It might be a little further, but delivery as a percentage never made sense to me. Service as a percentage makes sense to me because you are like, I worked in the service industry forever. Like I did like my 6 years and retired. And I feel like you go work in a restaurant when you are serving somebody, bartending, whatever, how much they spend is relatively relative to the amount of effort that you put in and the amount of experience they're expecting. If you go to a fancier place and you spend more money, you're expecting a better experience from the servers. So 15% becomes higher off of that increased cost of the food. But whether you deliver me a $100 meal or a $5 meal is not relative to the amount of effort that you put in as a delivery driver. Distance is, weight is, and weight is, but it's a weird thing to do a percentage off of cost for delivery. It's always bothered me. I do it, but yeah, 10 bags versus 1 bag, absolutely. But when I'm ordering sushi, I'm specifically ordering a very light thing for them to carry. And I'm spending more than times that I've ordered from McDonald's at midnight where it's 100 fucking nuggets and 6 cheeseburgers and 3 drinks and 10 things of fries. And that's that same price as the sushi that I buy when I'm having a stay-in date. But it's different. All right, so let's sorry, let me catch up to you guys a bit here because I think you guys are more just joking around chatting, which I love. Oh, there we go. Matisse did one of your an emote of you. Hell yeah. So the emotes are a step process. Yeah. So did you do it via Comfy, Matisse? Can you just give us that specific pipeline and maybe we can integrate that? Because that would be an interesting way to do it. Because I need to integrate a pipeline to Comfy. I would like I've enjoy image to image. I saw that one and it failed initially because it's using a different well we'll pull that up on Comfy and we might need to swap out some. It doesn't have certain weights loaded into it. And so one of your pieces of the pipeline it wasn't familiar with. So I had to figure that one out. We may fork it and add our own versions of that and then deploy those into Replicate, which we absolutely can. But I may swap one for one because there's a lot of times you have like IP adapter and PhotoMaker can end up doing the same thing. So if they have one of them and then they have PhotoMaker and they might not have IP adapter. So like that might be, we'll get to that. So yeah, let's get Comfy UI up. I think that's really what the next ask is because Titty is asking how you made that. And so, right, that's kind of how, so you see like this technically is an emote. It's a PNG with no background. I just load it into my emotes and I'd have an emote. I often do that. Batiste and I like to do that and go into people's channels and fuck with them. It's weird. Sometimes people aren't as big of a fan of that. And we've had to curtail our attacks a bit. I want to go to Comfy UI. Let's see where it is. Dr. Not NeuroQuack. Let me get my TTS back up so that you guys can talk among yourself and I don't need to do all of the talk. It's not. No sound. Oh, that's probably because of what I tried to do. Was that on Mozilla? No, that's on Chrome, right? That's on Chrome. TTS bot, microphone using now, that's fine, but I should also be using my speakers, I think. Sound, automatic default. I'm just gonna click allow. Damn, TTS is not working for me right now. Let's open up another browser that I know works. This will come through as me, I think, instead of as a bot translations, but that's fine. Start with switch. Come on, go. Okay. Yeah, hell yeah. I'd love to go check it out. Yeah, and that's kind of what both of us are doing in our own ways. The thing that we can't do yet is automatically make them into emotes. We have to load the PNG manually. Matisse and Security Live have been working off and on a Selenium process for that. I think Security Live's pretty close to it. He's been traveling lately. So we'll get a way to automate the replacement of our emotes. And then as we create emotes in chat, we'll be able to let chat control what we use. Yeah, we just gotta figure out Selenium, and it's just not easy. So looking for Comfy UI. AWS forked Postgres temp. Oh, I bet I deleted it. Do I have a fork of Comfy UI? I'll bring this up. Okay, and I've already got my GitHub up. I'm supposed to be working on my GitHub today, and now we're doing Comfy UI, but this cog is huge. It's so good. I keep it over there just to troll, really. Like, 5x is hot. That's, by the way, the purple hair is Vivex as a human. Also, I know you've always said Vivex, and I have too. And because TTS has Vivex, I think I'm going to keep saying it too. So the branch is, oof. Okay, so we'll sync this. Thank you. 660 commits behind. Nice. And then let's run this locally. So git clone UI. And I've not contributed to Comfy UI, by the way. I fork things all the time that I should probably just star. It's interesting. My tracking today isn't as good as it is some days. It's interesting to see when it does that. And different lighting does that too. It's bright outside today, I think, and I have white walls. Might be part of the issue. And you can see, like, you can't really ever see my ear doesn't really come back as much. Code. What? Comfy UI. Enjoy the nap. And yeah, rest your, yeah, don't stare at screens too much, probably, right? Like, that's probably going to be messing you up. Always good to see you, though. All right, so that's you, Doug. Of UI, I always forget how to spin it up, but let's open preview. And where's Docker? This is a little Docker, isn't it? Oh, this might not be the one that's Docker. I might not need this Comfy UI. Let's go see if I can find Comfy UI Docker. But not Docker. Comfy UI Docker. AI doc. Is this the one that I'm using the cog from? No. As Docker container locally or in the cloud. And then who was the other one? So I use one of these. Comfy UI Docker. That hasn't been updated in 3 months. And this hasn't been updated in 4 days. Quick start. Clear environment variables, Docker Compose. That uses Docker Compose. This one, usage, Docker Compose, you bastards. I guess we just go by stars. I'll give them both a star. 105, 130. AI Doc or Yanwen Kuhn. What is AI Doc? Collection of containerized AI tools you can use on your own computer or in the cloud. Doc is committed to making AI and ML accessible to all, whether you have high-end GPU or not. All images are supplied with Docker Compose and easy startup locally. Images also support passing environment variables via Docker Run. So I like that. And it's got Stable Diffusion Web UI. I don't know that I know that one. How do you not have pictures? I don't know how to read. Bastards. All right, we'll use our Docker image though for Comfy UI. So let's fork this Comfy UI. We'll put it in mine, and then we'll call it Comfy UI Docker. Create fork. Fork it real good. Dun, 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 dun. I used to do that when I was at Fidelity. Whenever we would fork or whenever we would push code, we just start yelling, "Push it real good!" And there's like nobody ever talking the whole time. It was great. Everyone loved it. I swear. Close that Comfy UI one. This one .github. I want that later. That's the workflow I like. This is Comfy UI. And let's code Comfy UI dash Docker. There we go. Show me how to do that in any of them. Don't. Oh, wasn't I supposed to be in some Twitter battle or something? Somebody dragged me into a Twitter battle earlier. BRK. Where did that go? Oh, I can't find it. He gave me an X link, and I don't do as much Twitter as some people, and I don't think I need to, but I'm always interested in debates. And I should probably just troll on Twitter, if I'm honest. That's probably my role on Twitter because I don't actually care about it. I don't think as a platform it holds any real value as compared to. Maybe here's a. Does anybody in here use Twitter as their main source of getting out social information? And tell me why, and do not use the excuse because I have the connections there. Because that's not a good reason, in my opinion, to use a platform. It's a good reason to use a platform to get off of a platform. It's a good reason to migrate from a platform, but it's not a good reason to use a platform. All right, let's see Duck. Like I don't even really like as a platform Twitch, and I apologize to the community because apparently when I say I don't like Twitch, people start to think it means I don't like them. I like all of you. Thank you so much. I don't like the platform of Twitch because it's not built for this. It's built for gamers. And that's fine. Let gamers keep doing it. And everybody believes it's built for gamers. And they've done nothing to give anybody the idea that it is for anything other than gamers. Twitch has not gone out of their way to advertise our category outside of here. So why are we so gung-ho on building this category in Twitch? The only thing is, right now our audience is here. So we're here until our audience is not here. But if we can move our audience to another platform, if LinkedIn Live becomes better, if Facebook Live is better, if YouTube Live becomes better, if Kick becomes better, right? Like, I'm not tied to a platform. I've never understood that concept. I'm tied to my community, and I will try to stream wherever that community is. That's that horse is dead. My first SIO used to say that. He would talk about something forever, and he'd say, that horse is dead. Compose up. Right? No. How do you, I don't remember how to run Docker Compose because I don't use it. I don't know why I need, like, I've never understood why I need Docker Compose in this scenario. So I build the build context, which is, so it's just running Docker build. And it gives it the argument of a base image. And then that's for a mount. Because I have other devices, rclone. And that's a bunch of volumes. But I can do that via Docker file. And that's ports. I can do that in the Docker file. That's environment variables. So a lot of this, what Docker Compose gives you is a lot of what Fargate abstracts. In Fargate, I can set the port mappings. I can set the volumes. I can set the environments. I don't need this Docker Compose up to set those things, unless I want them set across multiple verticals. Go for it. So Matisse, One-Eyed Fox, by the way, is the buddy that I was talking about that has a couple of stories he wants to turn into AI in some way. Yeah, I'm here to be derailed today. I'm already not working on anything that's in the title, so feel free. Where's your commands? Why do people do this? Yeah, let me see it. I'll see if I can't figure something out about it. Because, I mean, at some level, good just means what you can use the easiest. Like, yes, they exist. It's what can you use the easiest. And that may be very different than what I use the easiest. Let's do it. Let me go see if I can find, there's an example of, yeah. So this, I wonder if this is going to be what I'm thinking of, might solve one of your use cases that you've asked me about. Now, this 8 months ago, so there's a better way to do it. You know what's funny, Matisse? This is yours. You can use the term guided images. No, no, this is default. Look, we're going to speed through this because I already know all of this. But I do want you guys to, so we can talk over it. I got Force Dark on and it's not showing me my buttons. So using Pivot AI. Well, I'll just talk through this. We don't need to listen to him. We've got the guy that built this shit in the chat right now. So, hell yeah. So, right, this is Stable Diffusion on Automatic 1111, which is kind of one of the easier ways, it used to be, to do this. Matisse Tech made guided images and allows you to wrap. Well, the wrap's different. Is he not going to? He's using keyframes, which will allow him to change the schedule strength based on things like audio reactivity. By the way, I found an audio reactive cog as well, so we can make audio reactive videos using a model somebody's already like that can be in the model. I don't have to. We don't have to pull that shit apart and put it back together. Although now with the Comfy UI, we might be able to fly. We might be able to fly with it. Is he going to use? Is he not using guided images specifically? How to start from your video. So he's talking about there how to just do it normally, but now he's saying if you take a picture, how could you make that video end on the frame of the picture and then start to use AI from there? And that's what Matisse contributed to this was image init and guided images. To my understanding, and at least you did part of this. I don't know if somebody else was involved, but I always consider guided images to be Matisse's contribution to this. And so that's what he's doing is he's doing a video up to a point, flipping it into AI, and then taking the second half of that video and you letting AI act on it. Image init was before. So guided is for if he had two different images. So if he wanted to come back to himself. So if he went out and let the AI get interesting and come back to him, that would be guided images. Or if you took frame 90 or frame 0 and frame 90 and a 30 FPS, we're talking about 3 seconds later. Then you can, well, right. I mean, guided images is. Yeah. So we're talking about a video that has almost 1 million views and is using technology that Matisse iterated on and improved. And that is sick. Scotty Fox built that initially. And Alex Redden, I don't know if he was included in Default, but I don't remember why I went down that road. Oh, I was trying to find the one. Have you seen the one that like just keeps going as a story? I think that'd be interesting. Side-scrolling story before. Somebody did that. Clever way to do it. They just kept shifting perspective to the side and kept generating more story as they went. No, that's not it. Videos. Image tool. Form every. Oh, I can't imagine where this is. I wonder if I have it under my YouTube saved stuff. Because I would have at some point put it onto a playlist to play during stream. Where do I find my playlist? Show more. Yeah, let's go look at this. I'm going to digress a lot of this crap in a bit here. Deform. Do I have the one I want on there? No. Damn. I used to watch one of these, but no, didn't have the one that I wanted. Is goals one of the ones that I put under goals? What was this? Machine hallucinations? 4 years ago, I put that under goals. What the shit? Yeah, by the way, if anybody wants to drive me back in a specific direction, I know I'm derailing my own stream at this point. I may end up working back on GitHub. I want to get Comfy UI. Oh, this is projection mapping. I want to get back into this. So this is audio reactive projection mapping, and it's sick. You send it to me on Discord, or you send it to me? Probably in messages. Here we talk. All right, well, that video is not going to show well, but that is a sick video of how to use machine hallucinations. All right, that video is just not. Oh, is that what you keep creating? Is a one-eyed fox one? That's awesome. But it's got two eyes. It's not him. That one's got two eyes. That's the problem. You just build a two-eyed fox for one-eyed fox. But that is sick. That's a really cool looking one. Nope, that's not me. He's got one eye. Because to be clear, one-eyed fox has one eye. That is not a. It's not just a name. He is a one-eyed fox. So you can see he only has one eye. I had to, that other eye is kind of blasted out. Lost it in the war. You know what's funny? I can get to him. I think my internet's just being a motherfucker because I got too many things open at once right now, and I'm streaming out to multiple things. And take this face, this red out. This okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that's a really good one. I like that. Let me save these. This is something that Matisse can definitely do, and I'm hoping once we get his pipeline, we'll be able to learn how to do. Save as me. So this, and let me save that as man.png. I know that person. I don't know if I know that person. And this, save image as. I swear to God, if it gives me a WebP, I don't know why WebP is a thing now, but it pisses me off every time. Why am I losing stuff? My computer is just screaming at me. Oh, I still have Touch Designer up in the background. That's probably why everything's starting to hate me. Touch Designer is so fat and unnecessary. All right, let's cut the fat. Save this as, oh, it is doing it as JPEG. That's good. For downloads, we want this as karate.jpg, I guess. Sure. We got a PNG and a JPEG. We're doing well. And then you got a pose. So you were talking about using open pose as part of what you're talking about, and I haven't used it much. So, and I'll show them over here. Pose, sitting pose. I'll show them over here because I think Matisse might be interested in this as well. Because that is exactly the kind of a pipeline we want to build. So he said, can I take this, and I'm going to go find the other one now. These are screenshots because I do that for some reason. Let's see, pictures, screenshots, and so he said, can you take this image, put the dude in this, oh God, what do you, gi, and have him sitting like this? And could we just put in those three things, a face, an outfit, and a pose? And yes, absolutely can. Yeah. Hey, I appreciate the donation. Thank you so much. IP adapter plus PoseNet. So I've seen Matisse do some of this. I haven't seen it exactly. Thank you so much for the dono. That's huge. We're going to get to this in a second. I can see my food's here because Kitty's yelling at me. And I'm hoping it's because my food's here. No. How far is it? It's a ways. I don't want to make Kitty wait that long. I do appreciate it. That is to the and one of the talks actually over here the other day is an IRL friend of mine that plays hockey on the disabled veterans hockey team that I coach. He does a lot of really cool stuff with disabled veterans organizations. He won a medal one time in war. It's crazy. I'm gonna have to go get Kitty. She's yelling at me, and I don't have food here for a while. That's a joke, by the way. You cannot win a Purple Heart. You are awarded a Purple Heart. You don't go out and win it. Oh, I get it. Yep. You can earn it, I guess. Oh, I still don't feel you earn it. You definitely don't win it. I'm a winner. Yes, you are, Tommy. You're a winner. Oh, man. All right. So, yeah, let's see if we get Comfy UI up and we can try and figure out how to do this because I am not good at Comfy UI. So, that might be a chance for me to get better at Comfy UI. And then I take my Comfy UI workflows once I learn them, and then I can deploy them into my bot. So now the next time you do this, I can just have you give me 3 PNGs in a certain format, and we can do that. I took that ticket. Oh. Hey, what's up, girl? You come here. Why is this so slow? Oh, my internet is just slow right now. Sick. And it's trying to, why is it trying to, what is it pulling? The base layer? What is the base layer for this thing? PyTorch, CUDA, 11.8. See, that's not even, this isn't even current. We're on CUDA 12 something and PyTorch 2.1. So this isn't efficient. Oh God. I think we came out about even between each other yesterday. So yeah, me, One-Eyed Fox, and our friend Waters, and One-Eyed Fox's wife was here as well. We played golf last night or yesterday in the golf sim over here. And he and I together, so we did scramble, the two of us against Waters, who's just a better golfer. And I want to say the two of us ended up like plus 11 on the day or something, which is crazy. Like because we're both bad. But I think it worked out pretty well. This is taking forever. This is brutal. I almost want to plug in my hardwire, but that's been kicking me offline lately. So I don't know if I want to do that. Also, I think I might drop LinkedIn before LinkedIn can drop me. So yeah. Oh, I'm normally well, we didn't have putting in a way, which helped. I'm gonna LinkedIn. Thank you guys so much. Do come over to Twitch, twitch.tv/ducttapedevops if you want to come and hang out. I'm gonna be on probably another 5 hours plus. I don't really have too many other plans today, so I'm just kind of hanging out. But LinkedIn cuts you off for 4 hours, and I'd rather make a clean exit. So thank you guys so much. Have a great evening. I see you. Yeah, he is definitely better than us. I think we ended up playing on the same tees that day, actually. But he does normally outdrive us like that. I'm about to go live on friggin' Instagram. This is going to get real interesting. Oh, I need an Instagram stream key. Oh, I need to have an Instagram professional account. I don't care about Instagram that much. The reason I like Instagram, it's funny, is because I give girls my Instagram bars, and that's just how the kids these days talk. And I really like it though because it makes sense. The biggest issue with like when you go out at night and you wake up the next morning and you're like, what was that person's name? What did they look like? Was it this person or this person? Wait a second. And so Instagram actually makes a lot of sense from that perspective. But I don't have a specific love for Instagram. As much as here I am streaming, I'm not one for, I don't take pictures of myself ever. That's kind of why I mean, it's in the same way. Kitty, are you coming back up here? I was just actually moving the stuff for you. and that's also why I haven't gone back and done B-roll on like any of this stuff, is I prefer to just live in the moment and enjoy it. And if people want to ask me that same question, they'll just come back and do it. Kitty. Hey, ma'am. Hey. What are you even licking up? She's licking like eggs that I had this morning. I guess there's a couple of little chunks there. If you throw that up, I'm gonna clean it up. All right, we'll enjoy my food. All right, this is gonna take forever. That's terrible. I don't think I can clean up the throughput much from here at this point. My connection is unstable. Says if you're on Wi-Fi, try, yeah. I might drop StreamYard altogether. I don't know. I'll give it some time. Thing is, with StreamYard, what I'm really hoping to do is I'm using it on Facebook. And I have a lot of Facebook friends I'd love to have come over to Twitch. And so I'm hoping to use that as a pipeline to drive that. And then LinkedIn, of course, has value. And YouTube is just on, man, it is just degraded quality like crazy on everything. Because my connection is just terrible. And now I'm getting a throughput of, I don't know, laughable. Like, how does this happen? I pay for 3 gigs. I've just got something wrong in my pipeline. Let's speed test real quick. Usually it says I get 100 up and down, which is enough for almost anything you need to do, except for download AI models, which is what I think I'm doing right now. Well, this is bad. This is bad. I don't know how you guys are even still here. This is crazy. How are you, like, how am I even streaming right now? All right, we're gonna try hardwiring. I may blink, but I'll probably just stop and restart the stream if I need to. Again, it may blink, but it should fix that. That's crazy. I can't do that. Yeah, see, this is fine. The other day stream. Yeah, we're doing it. So, all right, let's see if it plugs in. All right, test. Okay, well, I think we fixed it. But see, last time during my stream, multiple times my wired connection dropped and I had to switch back onto Wi-Fi. And that's why I kind of figured, fuck it, let's just run Wi-Fi. But I'm not going back to whatever the hell that was. So the stream quality was probably all crap today, but it should be better now. And then let's see how fast this downloads now. How many gigs was it downloading? 4 gigs. Okay, so that should be, where it was a gig a second. Oh, hey, I see it. What's up? What are you thinking? Oh, is it dark enough that I can turn the lights down? Hey, I'll turn the lights down and maybe you can relax a little bit. Maybe you can knock out. That'd be sick. Oh. Yeah, we were running them. I think they should be a little better now, but who knows? I don't know why this isn't going faster now. That doesn't make any sense. I just turn on one extra like I didn't turn off my big overheads. There we go. Get into night mode. 8, yeah, 0.8. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say 8 was a highball in it. 0.8. Yeah, that's tough. So this is just, I don't know if it's rate limiting at this point. Let's just pull this fucking base layer down. Like, what is this? Why is that so big? That's what she said. All right, so we'll go back to what I'm supposed to be working on. All right, so I digress this. I digress this. I digress. We're back here. But let's see. Oh, this was what I really need to fix, was that we have a pull request from Sockhouse. So that's one thing I think I should have to do is I should have to finish pull. Yeah, it's been tough. StreamYard darker so it doesn't reflect on me as much. Yeah, it's a little better. We'll figure that out. You know, I could just go out in the sun and get a tan. That would help too, but I know how to auto assign this to me. We're just gonna fucking, I don't feel like going through the automation process today. I gotta figure out how to, why my auto assign isn't working. What do you do? Move some things around. You changed it to say, this is the, where is this? This is in the README? Okay. Why is he using, what is this shit in my README? Bro, we are going to fight. What are you doing with HTML in my README? Why? Why are you putting HTML in my README? Do you hate me? Sockhouse, do you hate me? Oh man, he's trying to fix it and I really want him to, but HTML tags are not necessary in, like Markdown language doesn't require these tags. There's a cleaner way to do it and it just looks so much cleaner for everybody. So, all right, let's do my changes to his pull request then. So I'm going to have to fork his branch and then make my changes to his branch. Yeah. So let's do that. RaidTrainTV. Because the info he's adding in there is probably very good. It's just he's doing it in a way that isn't best practice. READMEs should just be marked down. So while that thing finishes up for however long it's going to take, is NeuroQuack still running, by the way? Yeah, I always appreciate you fix it. Emote at One-Eyed Fox. Did we ever replicate freaking properly at then join? By the way, if I ever don't get around to doing this for somebody and they want it, you guys can put these commands in. I'm just doing it as a demo. So I feel like you're ignored. I feel like you're enabled. But I will try to do it if I remember. So get status, get, what is this? Yeah, no, I really don't, yeah, I can just add EST to the end of it for now. That's smart. Because I don't want to make too many changes. I hate front end. I really want somebody to just take this out of my hands. I don't want to have to relearn front end to change the, because I want to change towards localized for everybody to look at. But just adding EST to the end of the YAML, I agree. That would be a big, that would help for sure. I tried to get it to work, but it would take me a couple of hours to remember how to even do this again. Now I do want to probably cut this YAML DB down to at least some different YAML files at minimum, like a Ducktape DevOps YAML file instead of this giant one that has everything. That I might try and learn how to do again, but not today. Okay. Right here. A lot of people seem to keep thinking that kind of stuff. So yeah, I need to say EST. I always wonder, I feel like if you were to default a time zone across the world, we'll just say the tech world for that matter. Am I just so centric in where I live that I assume EST is what that everybody knows EST? GMT, that's fair. That's fair. Greenwich Mean Time. Is that same as Zulu? Check out versus what's the name of this branch? I don't know what this was doing. Let's try branches. Did I copy his branch name? Was that's fair. Fetch. Hit branch. Well, where's my freaking? Why am I not getting this branch? Oh, he did this. He made a fork of mine and then made that change. So how do I pull his change down in a way that I can then go do it? You know what? I'm just gonna for a comment. We'll just do as a comment. I prefer using Markdown. Comments. Problem. What did he do on his pull request? I can kind of copy the style of. So he did some center align. I don't know if you can center align in Markdown, but I don't think you need to. I think center aligning a header 2, just let header 2 naturally do what it's going to do, in my opinion. He did put a GIF in there, so let's put a GIF as well in Markdown. Oh, wow. Where is the pull request? What am I doing in my life? All right, so it's not this. Close that. It's this. So we can do an image. We can do, these are what, links? What are those links to? Does he have can I get a preview of this? Viewed. View file. There we go. So this looks good. What are they linked to? It's just a little anti-pattern to a README. I don't know. Maybe I'm okay with it though. Let's ask Jippity, right? But we always use, of course, Hugging Chat, not literally Chat GPT. Our preferred Jippity is Hugging Chat. All right. When creating a README, what is best practice between Markdown and is that technically HTML? Markdown, such as this 4 headers and H2 4 headers. Best practice for creating a README file is to use Markdown format, which is that. On the other hand, using HTML tags, such as that for headers, is not recommended, as it can complicate the README file and may not render properly in some environments. Additionally, using Markdown instead of HTML makes the file more portable. That's what I care about. Using Markdown instead of HTML makes the file more portable. Letting it be changed to HTML later. So, yeah. I'm just going to reply that in the pull request, because I would prefer a pull request to automate things like that for me anyhow. Where is it? We can get rid of this. Get rid of this for now. Get rid of that for now. I know how to get back to all this. seen a fucking pull request. Oh, I'm one layer into it, aren't I? That's new tab. This is the original one. That's the code. If I go back a couple, I should get back to the pull request. There we go. Comments, conversation. Comments, problem, comments, GPT's response. Comment. Best practice for creating a README file is to use Markdown format as it is commonly used in many development, blah, blah. And the main issue here, and the reason that I actually care about this, was it said somewhere in there that you let the HTML render the Markdown. So convert it to other formats like HTML if needed, but you don't force that. And so you do deal with a few things like you can't get the center aligned as well, I don't think, although you might be able to. Somebody sent me a really good tool for Markdown the other day. Another thing I love about this community is people just give me these things like readme.so. Let's give that to him actually as part of that. What suggested is a good tool. Good tool. I think nauseous. I think nauseous wave optimization. Attention. All right. Yeah, because that gets to be a slippery slope. If you let one person start to write HTML, you could really get into some trouble. This is really cool. I wonder if you can do centers. So if you pull an author in, it's going to just assume, yeah, so this is just a lot of standard what you should do. A logo, stuff like that. And yeah, I don't think there's a way to center on a README, but I don't think you need to. We'll come back later for the comments, see what he has to say about that later. Stable Diffusion Web UI. How are you going to build a web UI and not show me a picture of it? That doesn't make any sense. Your Docker UI also doesn't show a picture of what is technically a web UI, you bastards. Have I gotten any progress on this? 1.3 gigs down. Like how my connection on StreamYard hasn't improved according to this, even though I definitely have changed my connection significantly. Head your way, gonna be here. Ooh, 5 minutes. Good, I'm starving. All right, let's go back to Facebook, see if I can track my comments on Facebook. Not many people talk on there, and that's fine. I just like to. You're ready for if they do. All right. We are, a couple UIs working. We didn't use this one. We're back here. Let's work on this a little bit. RaidTrainTV. .github. Yes, you duck. Let's. Right. So I need to take what they have. And I need to change all of it. Open preview, half it. And so greetings is, I'm okay with the greetings. I would like to change its color. Color equals that. So, okay, let's do this. But this is going to be the dumb way to do it. Let's go. Plugging chat. Let's change your model to, they just put a new code llama out, didn't they? Is this the new code llama? Model page, 34 billion. I just saw on, all right, let's go find that article. I need to stop going to his page every time. It's kind of funny. I actually just go to his page every time. Get verified. I should probably become verified. Huh? Oh, I don't want people to see my messages when I come on a link. Like, why is LinkedIn not have a streamer mode? I don't think anything there's like damning any ways. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, though. See, LinkedIn is not friendly for what it should be used for. What LinkedIn should be used for is I should be able to sit on LinkedIn as a tech recruiter and do my job as a tech recruiter streaming on LinkedIn. That would be sick. And going finding other streamers and recruiting them. Why is that not what LinkedIn is? They're doing it the wrong way. But it's new. Hopefully they'll figure it out. As I look for, I have a post about this. I've been loving the Hugging Fat. Yeah. Models. 70B. Integrated into Hugging Chat. Oh, soon. So 70B is not ready for Hugging Chat yet, but it is on, but 34B is. So we'll use it. Hugging Chat. Yeah, using that. It's fine. Activate. I could do a system prompt on there. Let's do that. I am a dev streamer on Twitch. I am a streamer on Twitch named Duct Tape DevOps. I stream ML, platform architecture, respond to my my instructions with code and fun analogies around Ducktronaut or rubber duck astronaut mascot and bot. Mascot/bot. And NeuroQuack, our AI inferencing platform. Sure. Control S, I guess. I don't really know. No, let's go save the web page. X, hopefully we'll just save that. That would be really interesting if that works. And then we had, take all this code. This is one of the best GitHub profiles I've seen. I forked it. And now I'm gonna rebuild it with my own flavor. I want to use yellow, like a duck, instead of green, and emotes of Ducktronaut instead of Rick and Morty themed code. Oh, not this one. Wait, yep, this one. Code. Right. All right, I'm gonna go grab my food just got here, so I'm gonna grab that. Kitty, you gonna be cool? You just gonna stay here? Make another cup of coffee too, and then I'll be back, and we're gonna keep driving. So I'm gonna start asking it piece by piece. Now that it has the whole thing, I'm gonna ask it piece by piece how to rewrite some of this stuff. So I'll be back. Appreciate everybody hanging out. It's been great meeting a lot of new people today. We had come in here, got donations and everything. So hang out. We're gonna keep going for a few more hours here. No big rush to get out of here. I kind of want. I'm starting to see. I think there's a lull between 5 p.m. and we'll say like 8, which is like get home, do dinner, things like that. So I'm curious to see if that's true. If we pick back up a little later. I'm gonna grab my food from the front door. I'll be back. Let's see, and I'll refill my water. You good, girl? And make some coffee. Leave my phone with me so that I can catch up on messages on other platforms as well. Thanks for hanging out. Making my way back. So she'll fill. Eventually. Yeah. All right. Finally lost some viewers when I stopped streaming. That was that's the response that I expect. Not. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. You go to sleep. Fix it. And that's the thing is I have like different shifts that comes in. Fix it's going to bed, and I'm sure someone else will swing by. Sockhouse probably come back after the gym tonight. Thornity might swing by after he's done streaming. Well, I like streaming long hours. I get to see people rotate in and out. I get to see all my friends throughout the day. It's always funny when I have some, a lot of IRL friends that will say like, "Hey man, I was trying to hit you up to go do this," or "I was trying to hit you up to go do this," and like you didn't reply during the day. I'm like, motherfucker, have you not figured out by now where I am? Like, I'm online. Just come in the chat and say hi. Even come in the chat and say, "Hey, can you check this in your personal message? Like, I sent you a message. Can you check it?" Like, that's not like, please do. It doesn't bother me. Like, I want people to do that because I try to give as much focus to the stream. I say as I dig through this packet of what the fuck is all this stuff? Some wasabi paste, pickled ginger in a packet. Interesting. Soy sauce in a packet. No. Wasabi paste. I really don't like wasabi. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's do that. And then actually, I like to wash. Got some chopsticks a friend brought back from Japan that I like using. I don't know where they are. This will be fun to use. Nothing there. That doesn't even need to be on here. That's a harmonica and another one. All right. Well, I need to find this shop. I think I need to do some cleaning up tonight whenever I get off stream anyhow. So I'll probably look for the shops like that. I might just be getting dirty hands now. Oh man, this is just there's a lot. Like I normally am a finger food sushi kind of guy, but there's a lot of stuff on this. That's I can eat. This was interesting. This is I don't remember what they called it. Essentially a rice sandwich with eel in the middle. It's good. Okay, I know I got a set of chopsticks somewhere here. Did you knock them off? I had like a set that I got from a restaurant the other night that I never used. I'm actually switch back on Carrie, but play some KO music now that I got my internet connection working. That's a really cool way to do it. Let's put some KO music on. Good tab. See if we can pull up. Oh, he is live. Huh. When's it on? An hour? We may raid carry, and I may start up again later. We're at low numbers. I think we're going to do that. We're going to raid carry long. I just kind of want to raid him. Good friend of mine. I was going to play his music anyhow. I may raid him in a little bit. I may get back on in an hour or so, whenever he gets off, something like that. But let's go support Carrie, a friend of mine that's a great musician, but a new streamer. And we'll go see if we can't give him a little energy with some people. You should have seen him on my stream before if you've been here. I appreciate everybody coming by. I'll most likely be back on, but there's always a chance I don't if I end up relaxing tonight instead. If not, I'll be back tomorrow morning. But thank you, everybody, and duck off. I had to stop streaming. I'm going to hit stop streaming.